Uh, any news on Marshall? You gonna be here?
He's gonna
20
be
minutes
late.
late.
Yeah.
What? Unfortunate.
That's his nephew's birthday.
Oh, I didn't read that.
For the longest time. We're relied, by the way. For the longest time, I thought he was an only child.
No, we actually talked, and I heard that he had like a couple of. I think he just has a brother, like an older brother, that he actually had to help with. He had to help with things, a house that, especially with a house that he received inheritance from, I think, one of his grandparents. It was a rather large house that it needed to be restructured. Not really, a bit of heavy stuff, but just
Yeah.
a lot of work. Anyway, we're live. What do we do?
Yeah. Is what it is.
I don't remember him talk. I guess he didn't talk about that when we were streaming. I guess I might ask him when he comes on. Damn. Okay, so Vincent won't be on because he's at work. Don't know how long this will be though, so we'll see. So Marshall's gonna be late. All right then. Oh.
There we go.
Okay. This has kind of been on my mind. Like I only played like the conquest mode for Breakpoint.
Oh,
this is mostly just
Operation Mothership or Motherland. That one.
Motherland. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And looking through some of the cutscenes of the DLC, like the other stuff, I find it kind of weird and funny how they're heavily placating to Future Soldier fans because like they're borrowing like two major things from that game, Raven's Rock and Bodark, which I think is kind of funny, and I know like a lot of people like Breakpoint, but it is silly how you have to basically heavily modify the game to basically be the best quote unquote third person realistic open world game when honestly there is a bit of a learning curve to it. And like now I do like it. The gameplay's still 50-50, and I hate like having to upgrade and get better at my character, get better at Nomad and all that stuff. Comparison to other people's like gameplay and stuff like that, which to be honest, like those guys that play the game for like months or years on end, as opposed to me just starting. But like,
out of curiosity, what are your thoughts like on the enemy AI?
it's okay. It's not the best. It's not the most sophisticated. The only thing that makes them difficult is that you go down in a few hits, as opposed to something like Metal Gear Solid 5 or even Fear, which both those games have really good AI, where enemies will try to flank you, they'll try to go around, like they'll try to suppress fire, and that's a funny comparison. Like if I'm going to make a comparison to an open world third person stealth shooter, Metal Gear Solid 5 is probably like one of the better ones. Like, even though no, it is not the most realistic, it's not the most immersive, like especially how fast you can go, especially how you move, and you can make the argument that Breakpoint has the more immersive and realistic animations. Like you can tell from how your character, like Nomad, will hold his gun or hold his sidearm, he holds it properly, as opposed to Snake just running around. You have to aim in order to equip your weapon, basically. That's a big difference. But like, if I'm gonna make comparison to like snappy and like functional stealth gameplay, I think that game is better. And especially since you don't have to really modify the hell out of the UI. Speaking of which, like the base UI is crap. Like I obviously modified mine. I was using a mix of the tactical, like realistic mode. I was using like the third hardest difficulty, and I only have the compass and the I turned the compass off. It's just the ammunition, the weapon type, and like your side equipment, like everything else I pretty much kept up. Like your waypoints and enemy locations I've kept up. And it does make the game look better. And just recently I was replaying Future Soldier, and I find it kind of funny how that game's UI is very, very simplistic and like arguably more immersive because the fact that it incorporates the cross-com aspect of the ghosts, where you see ammo like right next to the weapon you're actually holding. And not to mention, another thing that obviously Future Soldier does better than Breakpoint is are the gun sounds. Now Breakpoint, I mean, I've seen mods of people doing incorporating better gun sound effects, but the base vanilla gun sound effects, and this is an issue with Wildlands too, with Wildlands and Breakpoint, is that they sound like toys. They sound like toys. They sound terrible, which is insane because like the guns in like Future Soldier sound powerful. Like the Mark.
In Breakpoint, they sound like a cheap movie. You know, like one that's just like like a really cheap indie film kind of sound effect, like stuff you get off of like, I don't know, like just cheap sound effects you get off like some website kind of.
Like stock sound effects. They didn't record anything though, which is kind of sad to say. Not only that, like when you pair that with the animations, which were clearly mocapped, and they did a good enough job with them, to be honest. It's just you pair them with that. It's like some parts there was some detail in this game, other parts there weren't any. So it's just
it's kind of weird. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
You know what really makes a gunshot sound more potent, more believable, something that doesn't seem like a toy? It's bass.
Yes.
It's the bass. It's the bass used whenever you shot that weapon that just gives it that sensation in your ear that you know something just went off. Not just, like that. Like you're just smacking things together and that's it. That is what sells.
If I had to give a good example of like gun sounds, I would say Insurgency Sandstorm. Because when you're in a firefight, you know you're in a firefight. Yes. It feels like chaos, there's all stuff around you, especially if someone calls in an A10 gun run. You can, even if someone calls an A10 gun run, you can feel the vibrations. When you fire like a rocket launcher at Breakpoint, though, you don't feel anything. You just, hey, thing goes out, boom,
Yeah. Yeah, it's 100% use of stock sound effects and literally nothing else. No other effort actually put in. And like what Alex said, it's the bass. And like you compare like the LMG sounds or the assault rifle sounds or like anything else. Like even when you're just in the like testing grounds, when you're testing out the guns out, they actually sound like guns. And when you're in a firefight, it actually sounds like you're in a firefight.
Yeah. Sometimes people really tend to skim on the sound design in these sort of games, but they don't know that the sound design is as important as the visual design that really sells everything. Hell, Half-Life and Half-Life 2, after all these years, are really believable because of their soundscapes.
Well, the weird thing too is Breakpoint's whole gimmick is, hey, we're tactical. We are, if you want to like be tactical, we are that game. So it's weird they skimped on that when it comes to, the whole, I guess, concept for this specific game. Or just,
Yeah.
Now, who to blame for this flounder?
Well, mostly the top people. The top people usually. Yeah. When the game first came out, it did not look that good, like at all. It wasn't until like years later and years of patches and updates where you can actually like edit out the gear system, which makes a massive difference, if anything, though. And it is cool seeing it. Does have a very alive fan base. It does have a good player base. A lot of people use like real life tactics, and they actually work, and it is cool to see. But like even then, it's not. It's good. It's not the best thing I've played though. But I mean, I got it for sale. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Or what kind of sucks about it too is they can stop getting content. Granted, this is a conspiracy, but I think they stopped getting content because, like, this is probably a decision from the top. They, for some reason, tried to do NFTs with the game.
Ugh.
And that blew up in their face so badly they stopped content for it. I think they did anyways because of that.
Yeah, Beaverson.
Like I said, just bring it back to that whole thing at the top, yeah.
Yeah. Beaverson in chat, like said, Operator Chusky made a pretty good review of it when it came out, and he did talk about like even before the whole like the updates that came in, he actually brought up like the potential of that the game actually had, and that it was just buried under so much crap. Like luckily, like updates came out, and the immersion mode came in, and people actually started using it. But like even
honestly,
then,
one thing I think would have made this game more fun, it might be a struggle with the engine. Honestly, 8 players. Have 8-player teams. I think 4 is good, but I think a little limited. 8 could be kind of fun, especially for like the larger areas like the city in the south, Liberty.
But about 6. And as an arbitrary number, perhaps. You know, not 4.
I could see 6 work. 6, 8, maybe 5, maybe? Just, I don't know, I think 4 is a little limited.
yeah, it's an old design model. It's an old design model for a game that's meant to be next gen. Oh yeah, like Beaverson actually brings up something earlier. Like, when was the last Tom Clancy game that felt like a Tom Clancy game before Ubisoft's cringified the IP? And this may seem, because I really like this game a lot, but maybe Future Soldier. Like before Splinter Cell Blacklist, which I think may have been the beginning of the turnaround of the IP. I think Future Soldier probably, because honestly,
what's the first game after Far Cry 3?
I don't know. Like, you mean in general? Like the
yeah, because I'm pretty sure like, I mean like a Breakpoint game specifically.
You mean the Ghost Recon games?
Or Ghost Recon, yeah, sorry, Ghost Recon.
Okay, so let me just Ghost Recon.
Because I would assume that would probably be the first one truly Ubisoft. Because like I said, everything after Far Cry, I think Far Cry 3, that, honestly, I think it changed Ubisoft, period. Because that's when they started doing more of that, I guess more of their Ubisoft isms, so to speak. Although maybe with Ghost Recon it could be a little different, maybe?
Future Soldier kind of came out the same year, though. That's the funny thing.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, they both came out 2012.
Oh.
I guess eventually you could point out at 2014, maybe when things slowly started to go down the line, because I believe that at least 2013 could have been a grace period. They still released Blood Dragon. They still had a couple of decent games. 2014 could have possibly been the turning point before, we reached 2016. Far Cry 4 not being as interesting or complicated as 3, just kind of going under, because nobody really cared. Everybody had that high expectation from Voss.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Like, after that point, like 4 came out and other games came out, though, and you kind of saw the beginning of a downturn that Ubisoft games tend to have. Like, I mean, there was Rainbow Six, but even then, that game is like nothing how the other Rainbow Six games actually were. Like, sure, after patches and updates, it kind of became the game that it is, and other people kept it alive, and it is like a mainstay game. But even then, Siege, yeah. Yeah, Siege. It is literally nothing like to Rainbow Six games of the past. And then to circle back earlier to what I mean by Future Soldier being the last real Tom Clancy game that feels like a Tom Clancy game, is that even though it is a third-person like shooter, and the stealth and some aspects of the gameplay you can argue is peeled back in comparison to Advanced Warfighter, where that game, it feels more grounded. Future Soldier still had aspects of like the world and writing that was in the past. That like after a dirty bomb goes off near the border, the Ghost Team's hunter, they're brought in to pretty much pick up the pieces and figure out, okay, how did this happen? How do we get here? And what do we do to prevent it? Because whoever orchestrated this is doing something big. And as the missions go on and on and on, thanks to the briefings, and say what you will about Steve Blum, but his Scott Mitchell is like, that is the voice of Ghost Recon. Like, when his mission in Wildlands and in Breakpoint, like, that is when it felt like a Ghost Recon game. So, like, thanks to his briefings, we learn more and more of what's actually going on. We peel the layers back. And then after a major mission in Georgia, when you encounter the Bodox for the first time, which is a really well done mission, And honestly, one of the best ways to introduce an enemy faction, an enemy unit that's very similar to yours, like after you barely pull out, barely alive, you get onto the base, you get onto the aircraft carrier, and you see like everyone's hauling ass, everyone's moving around. You're like, what the hell's going on? And Kozak asks like one of the guys there is like, hey, what the hell's going on? He's like, hey, we're evacuating the Moscow embassy. And we're like, what the hell happened to Moscow? It's like, dude, shit's getting real, some kind of coup. And then you learn that Ravensrock, this organization, has been plotting this whole thing that goes all the way back to that dirty bomb that was released. And then you see more and more of this going on. This investigation kind of slowly turns into you basically trying to install the original president, the original like loyalist back into power, trying to stop this coup from happening. So like in comparison to that to Wildlands and Breakpoint, like it's very night and day. It's very like Wildlands and Breakpoint writing wise feels very streamlined. Like on paper, Wildlands actually should have been more fun than it was, and I had fun playing it. But like,
yeah,
like the idea on paper, like liberate Bolivia by taking down this massive drug cartel and take down like different individuals that are on the map. That sounds cool, but when you actually break down what you're doing, it's very repetitive. Go to this place, do these tasks, go to the next place, do these tasks, do enough, capture or kill the guy, capture the guy, bring him back to Bowman. That's pretty much it.
We mentioned what's interesting too with Wildlands is it could have kind of been like a Future Soldier because it has an event similar to the Dirty Bomb, that being what kicks off the Ghosts going to Bolivia was the U.S. embassy got bombed. It could be something like that too, where maybe a cartel, especially one that big, could have been maybe the henchman, kind of like with Modern Warfare 22, where there was kind of the henchman for a bigger plot. Maybe, I don't know, CIA or KGB or someone big was moving product through that country, maybe a nuke, maybe just something important, and somehow, I don't know, someone ended up bombing the embassy, which draw attention to their operation. Something like that as well.
This makes me think, why didn't we have a fucking Bope game, a fucking game with the Bope that eventually could end up with taking down a corrupt politician? Like, it's right there. We have everything there, just my mind keeps going on to that thought.
Yeah.
How did I not think of that?
I know there's a movie kind of like that, or not with a politician, something like that, or a movie like that. But it actually would be kind of cool.
Wasn't that just Tropa de Elite 2, which it's kind of like that, but it was a bit more of a political thriller since, you know, all the violence down.
I know Tao covered that one film. I don't know, maybe it's that film or.
Yes, he did cover that along with the first one because he wanted to put things in the prospect and a bit of City of God, just a little bit. Since, you know, they're all good movies. Very good director.
Fair enough. That would be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, it would be a very good idea. And to be fair, the only one that I saw try was just Max Payne 3. And then nothing else.
Yeah, honestly, I could see that.
Yeah. Now, before we move on, Beerson actually brings up another good point. Ready or Not feels more like a Tom Clancy game than actual current Tom Clancy. That is very true. That
honestly,
is,
yeah.
Undeniable.
Okay, could I kind of say something about Ready or Not for a sec?
Oh yeah, sure.
The issue with with Ready or Not, an issue I kind of have with the game is I think it's an issue the game has in general, because it has a cool concept, cool theories, cool story. The issue that I have with the game is that I don't know if the game itself can't tell if it wants to be a more of a like tactical thriller game or a cop game. The problem is it's trying to half-ass both. It just leads to issues though. Being a cop game, it leads to a lot of questions of why are we doing this? Because half the operations your team does are way beyond what you're supposed to do. Because 2 of your ops take place in Northern Cali where you're not stationed. The new DLC puts you at sea, at a yacht, an oil rig, and an island. And you're outright used by the ATF to take down a sex trafficking ring. So it leads to an issue where you're doing these big ops. Problem is with the tactical thing, though, is that you're still doing cop stuff. You have to bag the guns, arrest people, deal with ROE, rules of engagement, and that can be annoying, especially when you're fighting heavily armed individuals like the Left Behind, the Islamic terrorists, the eco-terrorists, who can easily gun you down. Having to do ROE sucks because you lose points when you're just having to wait. You're losing points, if you shoot someone without telling them to surrender. And if you're unlucky enough, your fucking teammates will end up shooting you because, oh, you broke ROE too much. Which can also sometimes just suck ass. So, or just sorry, just something about Ready or Not I've kind of gotten annoyed with. Sorry.
It is quite, it's quite the game, I can say that. It's not for everyone.
I do kind of agree, though, with it being like Tom Clancy-esque, especially with the theory of, especially with the main character and the theory that he's part of this MK Ultra experiment, or like the successor to MK Ultra.
Basically
Although I also kind of see it being a bit of also like Cyberpunk and Mad Max as well.
Is it?
Or just kind of Mad Max 1, where it's like teetering on the edge of collapse, and Cyberpunk, where it kind of plays with the idea of like cybernetics, at least concepts of it. Plus, just you can kind of tell it's turning into it. The streets are filled with trash. There's a lot more there's a lot more problems in society. There's a lot more of this gap between the rich and the poor. It's kind of leading to that. Plus, a rise in, stuff like porn and more like, I'm trying to think of a good term for it, like more of like, kind of that more nasty, disgusting aspect, kind of like with how Cyberpunk, with Cyberpunk, every ad
rampant
has...
degeneracy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that. Okay. Yeah, rampant degeneracy. But yeah, it's more rise in that stuff.
Better terms would possibly be gritty and the botched.
I could see that, yeah.
Just nouns here. But yeah, I do understand where you're coming from. I mean, it is still California, just now we're certainly getting a bit too high-tech in here, but yeah, I can clearly see
the Tesla bots that will soon get a vagina attachment.
No.
You know damn well they're gonna sell like hotcakes, man. I'm telling you. Elon, if he does that, they're gonna sell like hotcakes.
I think he knows and he does not want that to happen. I seriously hope he does not.
Depends. If he's a good businessman, he's a good businessman. That's all I'm saying.
My sanity would tether that very moment.
Sorry, got off topic.
That's fine. That's fine. Shit. Oh wait, give me a minute. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So, Game Awards was not as bad as I kind of thought it was gonna be. Funny enough.
I'll be honest. It was kind of fucking boring, except for the obvious parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm just left perplexed is the guys who made Shadow of the Colossus, their new game. Okay, it exists.
Oh yeah, the weird trailer.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That one it is cool, but just it leaves a lot of questions of what is this supposed to be? I have so many questions. Why did they do this?
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
That and
wasn't the original Shadow Colossus very wasn't that also kind of very open to interpretation?
Not too open. You have an idea of what's going on, of who the girl you're saving. It's unknown whether she's your sister or a lover or something else, and you don't really know what led to that circumstance. All you do know is that your character you are playing will do anything to pretty much bring her back from the dead. So,
all right,
yeah, which is a good game. It's a fun game. It got a remaster a couple years ago.
More than one.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, it had the port, then it had the full-on remake, which was basically just the game with way like current day graphics, if anything. Like on paper, it's pretty much the same game. So
Yeah.
yeah. Last Guardian, I honestly didn't play. I've heard pretty mixed things on it. I know that game was in development hell for a long time, but I'm honestly got shocked that the studio didn't really close down. I was dead certain it was dead. To be honest, it wasn't until that trailer showed up till I was like, oh, this actually might be cool, and it looks pretty neat, like the sci-fi angle that they got going on. So yeah, that and shit. Damn it.
There's a lot of things from the Game Awards that
Okami.
just were...
Yeah, Okami's sequel.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh
How
yeah,
long has it been 15 years?
that's funny.
Yeah, that
I
came
love how
out of
that's like
nowhere.
everyone's favorite reveal. It's like, that's back. It's like, all right, cool.
We are so fucking back. The era of
I will-
peace has returned.
I will admit, the funniest thing in retrospect about the Game Awards, because when me and Lone were watching, I think neither of us really paid attention in that segment. But that one like director dude is like, oh, it's all about the the designers, the developers, and it got revealed he's a Tencent dude that like fired a whole bunch of developers.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
just funny.
Like that fake cry, that fake tear he had, and I was like, okay, he's faking. And then it came out like he's tied to Tencent and all that other shit. And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's like he fired a whole bunch of people and he was part of Tencent. That's like, because the thing too is they try to play him off as like this indie director guy. So it's like both of those, like, oof, that's just funny.
It really
Like,
says a lot.
that's just funny.
Big
It
oof.
really says a lot.
Yeah.
Really says a lot. Anyway, Harrison Ford. It looks like it was about to keel over and die or keel over in a drunken stupor.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I had to watch back. Yeah.
Oh
He
god,
did
you see?
not. He did
Did you
not
see
look
him
okay.
compared to? Yeah, but did you see him though compared to like Todd Howard's height?
Dude, it was so weird. It was like for years he was gaslighting us into thinking that he was like just either slightly below average height, but I guess
No.
like he's like a manlet, that guy. Like the memes have been funny
Yeah.
though.
Yep. What do you think he joined the chess clubs? Only manlets go
Oh.
there.
Only manlets join. There's like, oh, everything makes more
Honestly-
sense now.
Honestly, the meme "Who's laughing now?" I think gets even better when you think about it like as his height. It's like, yeah, who's laughing now?
Yeah, who's laughing now, bigger? Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel bigger. Who's laughing now? I'm the real taller ones.
Oh god.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey,
Hey.
how you
Mark,
doing, Marshall?
what's going on?
Nothing.
Todd Howard's
We were
height.
making fun of Todd Howard being a manlet, yeah.
Isn't he like 6'2"?
No.
No.
Have you not seen the Game Awards?
No, I don't
I-
watch those.
Oh, we should show him the at least like a snap, like a screenshot of it.
Dude, there are like so many memes. I'm shocked you didn't know.
he
I
stood
don't
next
really-
to Troy. Or
I don't really
he
care
That's like the
about
first thing
what
that 5 Okay. 5'6".
Sorry. It's like he, for context, he was standing next to Harrison Ford and Troy Baker at the Game Awards, and he was short. Like, I don't know how tall he is, but he was like short compared to both of them. And especially Harrison Ford, who's like, that dude's old. He probably lost a couple inches just from age. It's like, let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, it's in chat.
Okay, good.
Look,
Oh wow.
look at the height of this man. He is short.
Skyrim has taken so
Skyrim has
much from
stolen,
this man.
Skyrim has stolen a vertebrae from his spine.
Every new release, one more vertebrae.
It's gonna. It's
Come on,
gonna.
Todd. Just one more release and you'll get them all back.
No.
It just works.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show of hands. Show of hands here. Who thought that they were going to show anything Elder Scrolls 6 related?
I was
Honestly,
not
I
thinking about that at all.
completely forgot that was a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's now just going to be forever a PNG image that now exists onto the Bethesda site.
Wait, when is it coming out?
Never.
Didn't they have like a year though, like 2026 or something?
I don't remember
Is
that.
something like that. Yeah, you're actually not too far off. They kept pushing it back. I won't be shocked if it doesn't come out at all.
It's gonna be like
Yeah.
that one fucker, George R.R. Martin in his book.
When's a winner?
When's a winner?
Tourist.
When's a winner?
To be
never.
But
to be fair, people said the exact same thing about Starfield, and it technically came out. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Squadron 42 came out, and it was nothing.
Lone, you call me a tourist, but that would imply that I at least pretend to care about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Same here. I just don't
Tourist.
give a shit. What?
Tourist. Okay. I'm done. I'm done trolling. Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah, the bit with the Muppets. Like,
Oh,
I think, does Kojima speak English and he just chooses not to?
I think
maybe.
he understands English.
He probably does, because he legit like was looking down. It's like, hey, does he know that? And he immediately looked down, and I'm like,
Yeah, for
this
context,
fucker speaks English. This fucker speaks English.
yeah.
He's just not. He's just fucking with everybody.
For context, the Muppets, the old dudes, made a joke about him, and he turned his head as if he knew what they were saying. Or
Yeah,
no, I think they said his name though. They said Kojima, so maybe just he heard his name, maybe.
it's just the
no,
way he looked down. The way he
Oh,
looked
yeah.
down. That was the selling point. That was the selling point.
Yeah.
I'm like, he knew what they were saying. Like, he
That was
definitely
a
speaks
really-
English. He just uses a translator or some shit. I don't know what fucking reason
Or at
why he
least-
doesn't speak the language.
No, I think
Maybe
he's
just to
the-
fuck with people.
I guess
I
so.
think-
Maybe he understands the language, but he just like can't figure out how to speak it because
That's
you also have to
understandable.
keep in mind. You have to keep in mind that Kojima is also like he's an old man now, and old people they aren't very easy to learn new things.
He's not that old. You make it sound like
He's
he has
old, isn't he?
dementia.
He's like in his 50s or 60s, isn't he?
Sylvester Stallone's in his 70s and he's still doing shit. What are you talking about? He's not that old. Like, Kojima's like, yeah, I know. At
Let's
least.
see, 61. No, he's 61. Okay,
Not that
Yeah.
old. Old, not that old. So.
fair enough.
It's the thing of you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Also the difference between Japanese and English, it's a rather stark one. You know, if you're looking at the language barrier, you know, you gotta go from writing in actual Japanese and all these from Japanese to a completely new alphabet to how verbs, pronouns, and adverbs and all these grammatical things work.
The grammar is pretty tricky. I've been interested in learning about Japanese, and one of the things that kind of trips me up is the way that they order their words. Like in
Yeah.
America, we would say something like "the cow eats grass." In Japan, they would say something like "the cow grass eats."
Yeah. It's similar to, not the best comparison, but it's kind of like Spanish. Not every word and syllable is phrased exactly alike. Yeah.
I come from Italian, and it's a pretty grammatical strict language. Like, you gotta put those words in order and know exactly how they sound, or else it's gonna come out like absolute slurry. You know, it's gonna sound awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why not many people learn Italian. It's sort of difficult. I was just born in it.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
What do you think of the Italian accent that is done for Ezio in the Assassin's Creed games?
They're trying.
Damn.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, nothing too big, but you can clearly tell the guy behind this we're clearly, mainly English speaking. They
I
try.
also heard that apparently in the scenes where Ezio does speak like other languages like Italian and French, he speaks it with an American accent. Is that true too?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, because, well, the only Assassin's Creed I played was, the one that was actually dubbed in Italian, so, it's kind of a moot point for me. In there instead, they use an accent, a northern accent. So many fucking accents here in Italy that you'll be surprised what isn't an accent.
Oh, I'm not really surprised. Generally, people just underestimate how many accents there are in the world. Like, if you were to get a southern Mexican and a northern Mexican, a central Mexican, all in the same room, and you were to pay attention, you would notice that, yeah, they speak very differently.
That's so.
Yeah. Like, apparently in Mexico, there is this thing where Sinaloans are known to have a very fucking pampered sort of accent, like snooty, kind of like how the British perceive the American accent.
Wouldn't it be the other way around? Because I kind of see the British as a bunch of snobs.
Yeah, like how we see the British.
Even then, there's like what Marshall said, there's a bajillion different accents for like each country and language. Like America, there's like how many different derivatives of a typical city accent versus Wisconsin versus New York versus California versus like Texas versus like Minnesota, like, you know what I mean? And compare that to all the other country bumpkin accents that you get over in the UK. You have posh, you have Welsh, Northern, exactly. You have Scottish, you have like a more posh Scottish, you have a more like a country Scottish city type. So
the amount of accents they managed to fit on 2 fucking islands is absurd.
Yeah.
Well, remember Hot Fuzz, the old guy in Hot Fuzz?
What do you say there, Mark? He said he'll find us soon. So okay.
That movie is so fun.
You have a permit for that rifle? Meh. This one. What do you mean, this one?
I fucking love that movie.
God, I love that.
You sure it's not a speech impediment?
I don't think that thing is safe. Yeah, it's a load of junk.
Correct.
Oh, God. That was the best fucking Chekhov's gun in the world. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Graf Foreman was fucking murdered!
I think that Shaun of the Dead has the better Chekhov's gun.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking ladybug? Hold on. There's a ladybug in my room. Get the fuck out of here, you little shit. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Dude, no, it's Francis. No, leave Francis alone.
Hell yeah. Wait, who?
God damn.
I know where he is now.
Bug's Life, damn it.
Yeah.
I never watched that.
Fuck, there you are, you little piece of shit. Come on.
Marcel's literally pot micing right now, trying to swat a bug right now.
It's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah.
There, I killed him. He's dead.
How could you? You have
Wrong with the Imperium of Man.
No.
Fucking Tyrannid. You thought he could get away with that little ladybug disguise, but I knew.
Nah, it's what is it? No, it's not Imperium of Man. It's Super Earth.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a helldiver.
Fair enough.
Okay, shit. Okay. What happened before we was talking about, like, fucking... oh, yeah, that's right. Assassin's Creed. Okay. I kind of wanted to talk about fucking, not really Astrobot. Honestly, I don't really care, honestly. I mean, it's cool, a platformer one, but, yes, fucking Sony. But, honestly, those games are rigged either way. But, anyway, at least it wasn't Dragon Age Veilguard. Thank Christ for that. What I really want to talk about was Naughty Dog's new project that they hyped up, and this was the reveal. I'm like,
wait, Marshall, did you see their new game?
Yeah, the intergalactic thing. I really don't care.
Like, what like, how many different product placements we got? Porsche, obviously Sony, and I forgot how many else were there. And, like,
It's inspired by Cowboy Bebop and Akira. Guys, we totally watch these things and then just rip it off the AMVs and video essays.
Dude, it would have been so cool if it
Literally.
was like an actual like studio that gave a shit. If it was FromSoft, if this was a FromSoft game, this would actually be pretty cool. That would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
It's current day Neil Druckmann Naughty Dog. None of the original people that were there like are there anymore. A lot of the old writers are gone. Amy's no longer there. Like all the OGs are gone. The guys that made Crash are gone. The guys that made Jack and Daxter are gone, which I find it very insulting how they put the developers at Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Dexter, Uncharted, and Last of Us makes this new piece of shit that you're probably not gonna buy. Like that's where we got now. Like, and
I'm a dude
it's
that even Hollywood made fun of.
Bald underage Asian child.
Probably.
He has a theme, or he has a preference. That's all I'm saying.
it's you.
All
I
these-
thought it
all
was
these shit.
biracial military types were his preference.
I don't know. Man. I don't know, man. But
She is. I guess you could maybe see her as kind of something like that.
No, like Nadine and the other chick, for her name from Last of Us 1.
I'm betting $10 we're gonna see a violent sex scene with her. With possibly
Oh,
not
God.
a Neil Druckmann self-insert.
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
fuck.
I always remember that time that Neil Druckmann got tucked at the Golden Globes.
What?
Oh yeah. You mean when he got basically no one cared?
Yes. And
Yeah.
you could see the sorrow in his eyes.
Good.
Well-deserved sorrow.
Suffer.
Yeah.
I wish nothing but sorrow for that man.
Yeah.
He's ruined
The
everything.
scattering little Jew boy.
Okay, you wanna say that?
Yes.
Hmm?
Scuttling entered my mind and I needed to work it into something, so I made a racist remark.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm impressed The Simpsons had a better reference to Akira than this shit. That wasn't just the motorbike or jacket. It was that shot where I don't remember who it was, but it was loading a revolver chamber. Or was it another anime? Like a deep cut.
I guarantee you that the only reason why these art types know these art types like to reference Akira so much is because they only heard about Akira through their art school, like
Yeah.
filmography or whatever. And
And-
if it wasn't like any sort of required class in those settings, they would not have any respect for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only people that really give a shit about Akira are, funny enough, the people who reference the slide and stuff like that. Like, there are a few cartoons here and there that do reference a lot of anime and stuff like that, and you can tell they have a deep respect for it, while others clearly don't. This is 100% a case of just tourists just taking whatever they think is just looks cool, pretty much. Just completely posing.
They just watched.
Well,
the
even
first-
kind of with the Cowboy Bebop stuff too, kind of some of that inspiration, kind of same deal.
Yeah,
they
which
just either
really
watched
fucking
AMV
sucks.
Yeah, just either watch the
Yeah.
AMV of the first 15 minutes and then just doze off. You know? I feel like that's
Which
the
kind of sucks.
better they don't, or else they're gonna start putting their modern
Fair enough.
intellectualism with like, actually it was meant to be this, that, and that. Fuck off.
Oh.
No.
Well, they already kind of do the Bebop though with the one transgender dude.
No, it's not even transgender. Fucking
I know. Look,
Gran
that's what they say. That's what they say.
Gran didn't
Now,
know.
guys, you need to understand that scene in Akira where the fucking guy, I forget his name, the fat forehead guy with the cape who has the psychic powers. You need to understand the scene where he turns into a giant, disgusting monster and kills his girlfriend while having a mental breakdown. That's actually a trans allegory. Yeah, so get on, Chud.
Oh, that's very
God
poignant.
damn it.
That's very
Well,
poignant.
that's kind of funny. Actually, I'm not gonna mention it.
The new Sonic racing game, I don't really care too much for Sonic. It's cool that Sonic's getting new stuff that actually looks good. Because Sonic's had a really, really shit streak that really stuck with it throughout the years, so it is neat to see them like slowly leave that streak behind. And the movies are helping a lot too. So, and as for the new Witcher, I'm pretty much gonna repeat what Tal said on his stream and what he said before. A lot of the people left during Cyberpunk. A lot of the OG writers left. Not to mention the DEI shit that they've gone into.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be good, but you're definitely going to see what is essentially the beginning of the downturn that CDPR are gonna have. Pretty much, it's gonna be either Dragon Age Inquisition or Dragon Age 2. How you gonna look at it? Inquisition. I'll say Inquisition, because I think after that point, that was when things started to really decline. I think that game barely pulled through, and then Andromeda came out, and then that mess happened, and then it got worse and worse, and then you got to Veilguard, which was just absolute crap, and you saw like pretty much none of the old guard were even there. So this might be a similar case with CDPR. Witcher 4 might be good, it might be decent, but it's not going to be as good as 3 or even 2. It's not going to be nowhere near as good as Cyberpunk 2077. So we shall see, honestly. Yeah.
So from that point on, we are just going to see their downfall. Like, it was a direct free fall, and that is just heartbreaking. And you know the thing that worries me most about this?
What?
It's the ownership of GOG. Like, CDPR has main stakes in GOG.com, and that's the main thing. What happens when they start to fuck up? What's gonna happen to them? You know, one of the main actual direct competition to Steam, and actually provide something new, you know, compared to Steam. What's gonna happen then?
Probably gonna get owned by Tencent.
Probably.
Oh God, no. I seriously hope they pull enough money to get it to just become independent and fuck off. Because I really don't want GOG to fail. The only playing place that you can actually play old games that you can't find nowhere.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks, man. Like, I hate Steam being such a monopoly. Well, they're not even doing it on purpose. They're just being good people and doing their fucking job, while everybody else is just pulling tricks and spywares out their ass. That is not even.
Problem is I guarantee the moment Gavin passes, which will probably be another decade, it's gonna fall downhill fast.
I seriously hope not. I fucking hope not. We need to do something to make sure this doesn't happen as a fucking gaming community. We need to do fucking something, man, because it's just absolutely soul-destroying just thinking about it.
And no one's going to do anything. We've had years and no one's done nothing. Yeah. Except GOG, but like you said with GOG,
since it's attached,
that's one of those.
Since it's attached to CDPR, and CDPR now is just that. Oh God.
You buy, GI, you buy.
Oh God. Wait, where are we making those? What joke was it? Oh no, it wasn't that joke. It's a different joke.
Yeah. Buy, GI, you buy. What was the other one? And shit.
Was it the one I made during the musical one? During like the song?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hey buddy, I ain't got no food stamps for you. I can't help you, man.
Oh shit! Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of Chinese, you wanna know what's the funniest thing? That the best action game was won by Black Myth Wukong instead of Stellar Blade. And people dare to call that game a coom game just because you have a scantily clad lady.
To be fair, or like half the outfits very scantily clad though.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I know, but like to be fair, like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying technically it is a bit of like, it's not a coom game, but like what was like ironically or damn near close.
It is a coon game, and there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, like, that's a good way to put it. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I believe that it would have been so different if Stellar Game just had, like, firemen-type bodies of just, actual dudes.
Last of Us 2?
Yeah, basically that. Just a lot of naked men, muscular, perfect even. People would have been screaming that it was the best game of the year. Same game, just change everyone into absolute hunks. Just do that.
California big hunks the game.
I fucking hate this idiot ass dichotomy of just if it's sexualized men, everything is fine. He can just be walking around with like a Speedo jiggling his junk. They'll be crying onto the heavens. This is finally what gaming needed. But if it's a woman just showing a bit of skin, a bit too much of cleavage, they'll cast it down to hell and call it the worst thing to happen in gaming.
Didn't people defend the one dude from The Boys getting molested in a TV show or something?
Huey, and a god-awful TV show in season 4. Not to mention him technically being, like, tricked to having sex to someone who wasn't Starlight. But that fucking show's an absolute joke.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, The Boys itself is kind of just a joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's
fucking pointless up.
What the fuck. Not even that. I just think, I don't know, maybe it's just the times changing. But honestly, I prefer, everybody has already ranted about this, but I just prefer, god damn it. I always forget the fucking name. That one story of Mark Miller I love.
Huck?
God damn it. Huck, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of edgy crap. It's like, nah, actually make good people,
It's not even edgy crap, it's just overly pretentious shit pretending to be edgy, but it's actually hecking epic. No.
Yeah, fair enough. Reddit edgy, kinda?
Yeah, it's safe edgy. You want to do edgy, do Sin City or shit like that. Do that kind of edgy that actually pushes a boundary or tries to do something bold. Not this bullcrap that is just, oh, look at gore, oh, look, implied titties and rape sex, oh,
look Christianity bad, but we're never going to talk about Islam or motherfucking Judaism. Or Buddhism. Buddhism's kind of another one too, no one likes to critique.
Or Scientology. Unless you're South Park.
That one too, technically.
I will piss on Enron Hubbard's grave. I have made a bold statement and now I have a target on my back. Thank you. Anyway, yeah. I fucking hate how all this fucking atheist shit has just been going on. Like, yeah, we get it.
It's been dying down. It's been dying down.
Yeah,
even Gen Z's kind of like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, because guess what? We're not in 2009 anymore. TJ Kirk isn't that entertaining.
Who?
Fuck.
No, unironically, who?
Amazing Atheist Banana Boy.
Oh yeah, didn't he like dip his balls in oil or something?
Yep. We talked about it, yeah.
Ugh. That was awful. And he did that for a woman. Unfortunately, of course. She just fucking left about it and started to spread that shit online for obvious reason. Ha. I laugh at this misfortune. Anyway, going back onto the topics that we were talking about, since we're talking lolcows. So, about dev.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you want to do that? You want to do dev, then secret level, or do you want to do secret level, then dev?
Wait, who's secret level?
The TV show.
Yeah, the TV show.
What's that?
You talked about it. You talked about the Pac-Man episode, and you talked about the Armored Core.
Oh
episode.
yeah, that show. Sorry.
Whoops. So y'all want to do dev, and then circle back to video game shit? I'm fine either war. I'm just asking.
Flip a coin.
I don't have a coin on me.
Right, we'll do dev first.
All right, sure, that's fine. Oh shit. That's just that implosion. Holy shit. I think
Why did he keep digging himself deeper? Why did you have to go and defend pedophiles out of nowhere? Why?
He's an idiot.
He is
You
an
could have
idiot.
just quit. You could have just quit and leave the conversation. No, he had to go and keep digging himself a deeper hole as he kept going because oh no, he needs to prove himself he's so fucking right. No, that goddamn retard just has to keep saying no. Actually, I'm the moral superior because if this doesn't happen inside my server, then it's something I would care of. Motherfucker, it's still pedophilia.
Yeah.
God, it sends my blood to a boil.
Yeah.
How I thought of him to actually being a respectful human being. No, he's this piece of shit. And I'm not even getting begin about things that he was planning to do to fucking VTubers just so he could get some of that tranny D on him. No,
Wait. That's why he yelled at VTubers?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that whole shit with Kirsch and Pippa, man, that whole saga.
He literally shitted on virtual women for tranny cock?
Yes. All the time.
Oh, that's pathetic. That's just pathetic.
He is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He just wanted to get inside Little Lovett's pant. Whatever.
God, that's...
He
Holy cow.
Yeah, that whole...
Holy cow.
The Lilith Lovett rabbit hole is so fucked up and dark. Like, that person should not be a political commentator. That person should be at a hospital and getting some treatment.
Wait, is that person on Twitter?
Twitter often goes on Dev's, some of his streams and stuff like that. I've said it before on several of my streams, like, former child prostitute, like, transgender, like, I think still does pornography and all that other shit. And talks in favor of HRT and all this other stuff. Honestly, like, part of me mostly just feels bad and just wishes that they would get help. Honestly, it's really fucked.
You gotta walk it back.
Dev Sims for a former child prostitute.
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Check the Kiwi Farms. He has a Kiwi Farms.
Okay, I will.
Check Lilith Lovett and check Debs. They both have threads. Check on those. It's a lot. There's a lot of shit.
I'm sorry, Nick. You told me a former child prostitute. Excuse me.
Yeah, went to Thailand, I think. She even talked about it. They even talked about it on their Twitter sometime, and this was like a few years ago. Talking about how like CEOs like have like small dicks and shit. Like it's disgusting. It's really fucked up. Like it's the one thing I'm like, oh my god, I really don't want to think about this shit. Type of stuff. Right. It's not. No. You're not doing anything wrong. I'm just saying, it's just a really sad rabbit hole, and I keep saying that honestly. And I just wish Dev woke up to that shit. But no, it's and it was kind of funny seeing Pippa, as self-censoring as she's slowly getting to, as she may be, shit on Dev the minute he showed up in her chat, which was actually funny.
Well, to be fair, she watches Medicare, and didn't he like basically completely make fun of didn't he completely make fun of Otaku?
I don't remember. Are you confusing him with Boogie or?
No, Medicare, didn't he make fun of Short Fat Otaku? Like they did they were going to do an argument, but he ended up playing Minecraft instead, and everyone basically sees that as him, or sees that as Dev cowering out.
I legit do not remember that. I guess that happened. Honestly, I have no idea. So much shit happened.
I don't know. I don't know, but to be fair, I know Jim is definitely laughing his ass off at this.
He is.
At least he's having fun and not constantly blackpilling himself.
Yeah.
I seriously hope he got out of that face. Like, hey man, you got over
cancer. He's he's kind of at the end of his life. Can't really blackpill much anymore.
True.
Yeah. He's got his reasons, at least.
Yeah.
I can't fault him. Though getting back on shitting on fucking Dev. Does he still have a girlfriend, or did she fucking break up with him after, we all outed him as just him being out for fucking tranny pussy?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wanted to ask you because you guys know more. You guys are on the kiwi farms, and I just keep thinking, she has a girl. He has a girlfriend. What are her opinions? Like, what the fuck happened to her?
No idea, to be honest.
Probably, I'm assuming she left.
And honestly also reminds me also of Scrumpy, like why he left, because that was such a piece of shit. That really
Who's
showed.
Scrumpy?
Another guy that was on his usual streams.
Oh
on
yeah,
that stream.
Scrumpet. Yeah, right.
He's a fine guy, you know, nothing too remarkable. Quite the fine Brit.
Alright.
It's just, you know, compared to Dev, he is hundreds of, you know, he's much more better than a person. Still European, I'd say, but, you know, Poe body's perfect.
Wait, aren't you the pot on the kettle black?
Yeah. I know what I am. I know exactly what I am. Honestly, I just wish I could have more of them pews and freedoms, but no, I live in a country full of corrupt assholes and mafioso associates.
Hey, at least you have some of the best cowboy films.
True.
Good point on that.
Yeah.
Also some comics. Y'all know.
That too.
Y'all know.
Well, I thought France had I thought Bond Disney.
Go.
Doesn't France like have more TV shows like cartoons though?
Yeah, they do. I don't know. I mean, I know there's Wakfu, I know there's that, but like that's the only one I know about.
There's the entire Dofus series. There's a good reverence for Asterix and Obelix. There's a lot of, you know, classic stuff to keep on going. They still have a lot of comics going around. Then what else? Fuck, I'm trying to remember, so give me a moment here. What else do they have? I mean, there's Bobby Pills if you want to count them. So, you know, Balak is there. If anybody knows who he is, you know, he's sort of there with his guys. They're big kind of a downturn on doing things right now in this year. We may never know what they're actually doing. Still, I'm kind of, you know, still revering the Dofus series with Wakfu and all the other side material. Good stuff. I like it. More people should see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Dev is an awful person, and we should all laugh at him for being Canadian and wrong.
Yeah, fucking Leaf.
Which reminds me, have you seen how hard most of Canada has reacted to that single meme of just that AI image of Trump standing over a Canadian mountain with a, you know.
Oh shit! I know what yeah, that was nuts. I was shocked.
Wait, what?
I haven't seen that.
Okay, I need to find an article. I need to find an article because I know what Alex is talking about. Okay.
All I'm saying is, smells like bitch in here.
Oh, it means like you mean the tariffs and all that?
Not terrorist.
No, tariffs. Tariffs.
Maybe. Possibly referring to tariffs, but also Trump posting that little meme that he did of wanting to annex Canada as the 55th state of the Union.
Yeah, because that meme spread because of the tariffs, I think.
Possibly.
I could be wrong, though.
That and possibly just Canadians being upset at the Orange Man. You know.
Well, that's the funny thing. A lot of the Central Canadians are actually a lot more chill. It's a shame they get basically overvoted because they're rural, but they seem kind of chill.
Yeah.
There we go.
Saskatchewan and Alberta are fine places.
Okay.
You know, just
I think them in Manitoba too.
Private text chat and.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Oh yeah, that meme. Me after climbing a mountain.
Indeed.
That's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
That's how I feel looking over a map in Morehouse.
What you should do before entering office is like take a picture next to like a welcome to Canada sign. You should do that just for the fun of it.
Oh, We just gotta send him a letter for that shit. You should have a fucking invoice box for cool ideas he gets to do. But that shit is gonna be filled immediately, and it's just gonna do one every week. It's gonna be fucking fun of an idea. So yeah, now we talk about secret level, I assume.
People are adding me in chat. Devil Disney's DSC Shield and failed. Alexa play Burning Bridges. Oh wait, Alexa play Burning Bridges. Yeah, Vincent isn't here. Since we're talking about locale stuff, thoughts on Jedi Apocalypse and One Piece video. I have not watched this One Piece video, nor do I care for it. From what I hear, is basically his typical bullshit take, typical video I see his stuff. Blah 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 blah. It's the same old stuff with him, honestly.
It's the same. It's the same. Basically, pretend. Oh, we're not racist, but towards Japanese people, he's a dumb cracker. He's a dumb, jealous cracker that kicked out of the industry for a good damn reason.
Absolutely.
It's like the only good thing he ever made was a half-done animation of like a D&D campaign.
Damn.
Like, no, he's a fucking hack.
Damn, that was
Let me
racist.
raise my hand. Let me speak about the video because
he's white.
I like One Piece.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Sorry, Alex.
Yes, I watched the video. I know One Piece good enough. I mostly know about, the bigger parts. And I know a lot of things that he said was bullshit. Like, a lot of that was bullshit. Between, actually Zoro has never shown friendship, when at the end of Thriller Bark, the man took on all of Luffy's pain from that battle, and then just felt like nothing fucking happened. No, fuck you, you ingenuous fuck. You didn't watch the series, you just watched highlights of the series, then wrote about this, and then made it like it was the entire series with your own fucking biases. Fuck you and your half-made JoJo ripoff. Fuck you. Never talk to us again. Leave. Also, he made Nico Robin black for some fucking reason because, I don't know, they don't want Nico Robin to be Russian for political reasons. Fuck if I care.
Because every character that is interesting is black, because black people say so.
Okay, I don't say so. I don't say that shit. Alright, don't look at me.
Hot.
Don't look at me.
Hot,
well, let me rephrase that.
We could question it.
Who don't know shit.
What?
Hoodweeps who don't know shit say that.
Basically, people who only watch the big anime.
Yeah.
Like this also.
Oh no, you watch a lot of obscure stuff, Lone.
No, I watch a lot of stuff. And I've watched the big three. I don't watch obscure stuff all the time, though. My joke earlier was that I obviously don't want myself in a lot of stuff anyway. Like, some of my favorite characters are either Asian, white, or whatever. Not that many characters that I really, really identify with or like are pretty much black. I mean, the big ones obviously are like Blade and shit. And fucking Static. Static is badass. I love Static, but like I don't
Dutch Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, that dude's badass as fuck.
He literally shit talk Hitler to his face.
Yeah.
Yep. And more importantly, y'all forget about the true Green Lantern, my childhood hero, John Stewart.
John Stewart.
That motherfucker, and also how.
God, Unlimited and Justice League were so fucking good.
So fucking good.
God, as the kids
say, if they ever do a live-action movie with John Stewart's Green Lantern, they should get Joe Pesci to play him.
No, we actually found. What's
his name?
We actually found.
Idris Elba.
No, I don't think it was Idris Elba. We actually found. Lolly retweeted this a time ago, like a week ago. He talked about the guy they actually got him was actually the guy who, he's the guy who watched all of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, because for him John Stewart was a hero in his childhood. And second point, he didn't see the Ryan Reynolds one. He never saw it.
Yeah.
So there could be a chance.
I would say if they wanted like a big name Hollywood dude, I'm getting his name. Not the guy who played not the guy who played Knuckles, but he was in that new Gladiator film The one people hate.
Denzel Washington?
Because
He's pretty old.
I think. Shoot, you're right. Dang it. Maybe 20 years ago he could be
20
Jon
years
Stewart.
ago, Denzel would be pretty good. But I see what you mean.
You know, if you're talking 20 years ago, I would believe that a good Denzel Washington would have unironically been fucking. I keep forgetting the name of Captain Sisko's actor. I keep forgetting.
Ben Sisko, from Star Trek.
Yep. Unironically, he had the same haircut and clean cut and goatee. It's the same.
He also kind of was a military man, although Sisko is definitely different from
Avery Brooks.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, Avery Brooks. Unironically, 20 years ago, he would have been an amazing one, along with even his especially with his vocal acting, because again, his voice is just impeccable. Fantastic.
Well, actually, now we're thinking about it, Denzel Washington 20 years ago, he could have been good on what's his name? Steele, or that's his nickname, but John Henry Steele. You probably don't know him. He's a kind of obscure DC character.
Oh, you mean
he was in Unlimited?
That's Steele. That's basically his name. Like that is his superhero name. Yeah, that actually would be pretty cool.
So long,
man, why have they done nothing with him? That's literally just
other than the Shaq movie.
Wait, there's a Shaq movie?
You didn't know that? You didn't know that? Yeah. There was a movie with Shaq, and he plays Steel, and it is terrible.
Oh, yeah, I need to put that on my list.
Ew. Oh, come on, get the good stuff, not some garbage. You don't just get it just to get it. Hey, guys, I got Steel with Shaq in it.
I like putting garbage on my shelf as much as I love putting actual good shit on my shelf. Like recently, I got A Bridge Too Far,
right?
And I plan on watching that sometime.
All right.
Which reminds me of other DC stuff. You've seen the Doom Patrol squad? You know, the Doom Patrol.
Oh yeah, that TV show.
First season I've watched. I watched a little bit of season 2. I'm yet to get on to the rest. Season 1 was super good. Brendan Fraser was really awesome in that. And that was kind of before his big comeback, to be honest. That was like when he was like showing off his acting chops as a Robot Man. And he was like super good in the season.
Oh wait, he's inside the suit?
No. He's Robot. He's actually the brain. Well, yeah, that's him.
Wait. Yeah, I know, but again, you know what I'm talking about. The one behind the actual the actual suit, not just the voice.
The body actor?
I think that's him. Yeah.
Yeah, because again, we need to give more fucking things to Brendan Fraser. The poor guy got fucked over by life so fucking hard, and the talent on him.
What happened to him?
He got super fucked over by the system. He was like assaulted by some big like fucking producer, and he's been like blacklisted for a good while. Then he started showing up in other stuff, and then Doom Patrol happened, The Whale happened, and I forgot what other some other small time shows he was in too, that he showed off his acting chops.
Yeah, but unironically, what he showed in the Doom Patrol with his acting is just, I know that it gets a bit more vulgar, but still, it's still good.
Yeah.
I was curious, is Doom Patrol good?
Season 1 is really good. I've heard really good things about the other seasons, but I do recommend it.
Yeah, alright. I'm not sure if it was good or not.
I've been starting to watch it, here and there. It's fine. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm mostly just there for Brendan. My poor man.
Yeah.
Taken too soon.
Yeah.
And also he had some various accidents. His wife divorced him in the worst way. Just everything went to shit to him.
Yeah.
Poor bastard. So yeah, other than that, the new animated series for DC, the Inhuman...
Oh, it's Commando something?
Yeah, Inhuman Commandos or whatever. I just know that Balak worked on that with his animation team or something.
I have not watched it, nor do I really care. Like James Gunn, the more the more he talks about this stuff, the more it's been very apparent. WB does not know what they're doing, and he is definitely not the quote-unquote Kevin Feige of the DC universe, which is a terrible comparison, especially now, because it's been very apparent that after a lot of people got booted off and shifted, Kevin Feige wasn't really the quote-unquote Kevin Feige of Marvel, to be honest. It obviously was multiple people working there that was helming the project and shit. So, and it really goes to show it's a mess. And what's the new Superman movie looks incredibly iffy more and more as time progresses, because it's not a standalone movie. It's like 4 or 5 other superheroes are in it. So it's like
they have a recipe to do this. It's called the DCE or the DCAU. How do they not understand this?
I have no idea.
Have the perfect recipe.
You had Henry Cavill and you blew it. Now you will fail forever.
Yeah, that man is cursed.
Well, didn't that one? I guess if you want to go to Secret Level, didn't that one episode do pretty good? Just wasn't he a part of that episode?
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
think Henry Cavill was there, because... Okay, let's get back to Secret Level before we go back into any other tangents, please.
Do you want to?
Yeah, fair enough.
Or do you want to like continue to rip off, like nip off DC in the bud? Because the moment we get to that, I don't know what else do we have here. Let me just take a quick.
Honestly, yeah, we could keep talking about DC for a while.
Okay, so I guess Secret Level in 28 years, then Marshall's silly little list, and yeah, okay. So I guess yeah, the Superman movie is not looking good. Like, I know they're putting a delay on it for the effects work. Props to them, because superhero movie effects have been looking very, very terrible in the last couple of years, which is insane to say out loud.
I think it's overworking partially and just too much. Like we've seen the behind the scenes of Marvel films.
Overworking, reshoots, lack of planning, and lack of prevising. Not enough time to finish the final renders. Those are the major factors. Compare that to Industrial Light and Magic's time working on Iron Man, Transformers 07, and the effects studios working on the previous MCU movies. It's very night and day. Like, the meme of CGI in 2006 versus CGI in 2023 is all attributed not because of technology, but rather nepotism, over-reliance, and the absolute lack of care. The lack of care. Go ahead, Marshall. I'm sorry.
Suits are just not capable of understanding the kind of work that really goes into a project and how to actually facilitate that type of work. They try to push things as far as they can go and believe that there will be no bad consequences for them. This isn't just me, throwing shade at the people at the top of these organizations, because we even have some people like that in my local area who moved in and are quote unquote developers trying to fix a place up that was already working perfectly fine. A bunch of fucking dumbasses, nebo babies and shit.
Yeah, maybe it will be time that we finally get rid of them, tame them out of existence.
Don't talk like a LARPer.
Yeah, fair enough.
It would be a shame if someone flat a bunch of dynamite on a chain and moved the truck just closer to their buildings and blew it up in Minecraft.
You can't say you want to kill the president on
to give a bunch of homeless drug addicts pickaxes and tell them that there was a secret crack stash underneath that CEO's house.
You can't say I want to kill the president, but you can say I want to kill the president, that's part of a sentence.
Yep. That fucking
no one. Okay.
The fucking whitest kid turn. That thing was just comedy gold. It wasn't It was really innovative. Innovative.
Yeah. All right. Y'all want to talk Secret Level?
Yes, please.
I've only watched a couple episodes. I've watched the... Shoot, what did I watch? I know I watched the Unreal Tournament, Sifu, Warhammer, and Pac-Man, as well as Armor Core. I think those are the ones I watched.
Yeah, because we start with the first one being the Dungeons and Dragons one, which...
Dungeons and Dragons, I watched that one too, which was cool. I mean, it felt like a trailer out of all of them, to be honest. Because it was very disjointed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the weird one is Pac-Man kind of is the most trailerly out of all of them. Seeing it's literally a trailer for that weird Capcom game.
Yeah. It's just Pac-Man plays Eldritch shit, like edgelord shit.
It's kind of like that dumb like like making like Winnie the Pooh evil, that dumb Disney trend.
Because
Kinda like that dumb trend.
they lost the rights. They lost the public domain now. That's the thing.
Unfortunate.
Even if the memes fucking dead, it's just boring now.
The public domain is an ass. So anyway,
public domain is great because it means that companies can't fucking strangle people over the slightest perceived infringement of their copyright.
Agreed.
It's good, but I think people kind of abuse it, especially with like the whole Winnie the Pooh. Like, hey, it's an evil horror movie. It's like that's boring as
like
hell.
that's what
if they abuse it.
I mean,
it's better than Disney.
Fair enough.
Being FC Pac-Man may cry.
At least when like some dipshit makes a bad movie, you can just not watch it. When you're like playing a video game and upload it to YouTube and Disney like fucking copyright strikes you because there was like 2 seconds of a song that their company owned in that video, that's bullshit.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. But like I kind of like I'm with Trent. I'm like it didn't need to be some silly horror movie. Like if it was actually a director or developer who wanted to do something with the IP, but they didn't have the money to get the rights to it, and they actually got they didn't have to worry about it because it's public domain. They could do something like with it. Like you can do a lot with something that's a public IP. Like honestly, there's a lot of older stories you can do.
Yeah, well, people were kind of making fun of the dumb Popeye horror movie by just saying, "Hey, this would be a lot cooler if it was like him fighting demons, not him being a monster."
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know.
Every day I remember the Gandhi canceled Popeye movie. What?
The what?
Gandhi was gonna do a Popeye movie, but it was canceled for stuff like the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, that might be for the better, even if the Emoji Movie sucks ass. Wait, oh no, oh you mean, oh my bad, no, I'm thinking the wrong one, my bad, never mind, you're right.
Gandhi Tartakovsky, the Samurai Jackman.
I'm sorry, I thought you were saying Bendy, like the Bendy and the Ink Machine developers. I'm sorry, that's why I was like, wait a minute, that's a bad idea. Like, nope, come on, you're right.
The guy, he made a bunch of cartoons. Like, he even, let's not forget, he did a, Hotel Transylvania. He did that. So that's probably what the style of Popeye was going to be.
Yep.
Yes, the best Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. But yeah, unironically, there's the Animatic always floating on YouTube. You can find it. You can see.
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
Yeah, you can see what Sony robbed us of us again. You fucking corpo shits. Anyway, getting back to it. Back onto the secret level, please. The first episode was just a massive trailer for a bestiary for the new edition of for the new 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons. Like a lot of people.
Another one?
Yep. Didn't you know about D&D 1? Then they're now.
I know, like
basically 5.5. It's basically 5.5 edition. It's basically what it is, because you know.
They're never going to call it 6th edition, are they?
Not yet. Because they need.
Just like maybe like 10 more, like maybe 5.15. Maybe it'll become 6 then.
Yeah, they're too afraid to release a complete new edition for D&D because then it would scare the normies away.
Well, aren't like half the changes now just like dumb, like, oh, we're not gonna have like racist shit anymore, that kind of crap?
Yep, they changed race species, which now is kind of stupid. Every race now is good and nice and doesn't do anything evil. Orcs now are...
And they also have no real benefits to them. Everyone is just the same.
Basically.
Does that kind of ruin making different characters then?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can always just ignore it and go with the old editions, and they really can't do anything to stop you.
Or you can Or you can always homebrew, because fuck it, everything 5th edition really has been just an excellent brewing ground for homebrewing shit.
Hell, in the age of the internet, you can just rip everything offline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have so many sources online that you can just pick random new things that spice up your game, some home rules that you can just do. You know, it's really massive freedom because honestly, nothing you can control it. Which also still reminds me why this sort of thing is a perfect breeding ground for those DEI fucks. I still can't forgive them what they did to my World of Darkness with 5th edition.
What's that? What's World of Darkness?
Oh, basically.
Vampires and werewolves and shit.
Yep. That. The big game for goth thespians and such. Thespians with a TH, not the L.
Lesbians. Delicious. Okay. I didn't mean to say.
Lesbians, they're magically delicious.
God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, the DMD one was cool. I will say that. It was a neat little short story, even though it was a trailer. Pac-Man was just also a trailer too. The real ones they're Warhammer, I'll write that down. Okay, yeah, the ones that I really obviously liked and out of the 5 I've watched was Armored Core Unreal and Warhammer. The Unreal one was pretty cool, and it was a neat way of telling a neat little story while also working in the aspects of Unreal Tournament into it, which is cool. Too bad we don't hear a holy shit. We don't hear a holy shit, but it's cool we hear the double kill, triple kill, kill tag. Oh, not that's Halo. Double kill, triple kill, payback, like that's yeah. We hear those, but we don't hear a holy shit though, which kind of sucks. But it was cool. It was cool to see what was basically like this robot like rebellion story. As tried out as it is cool to see though. Basically.
Yeah, honestly, we're all there for a violence. To be fair, like it even shows how it's just a TV show where it's just people go on killing rampages and things like that, like the original Unreal Tournament. They knew where they come from. A bit of fucking respect for that.
Yeah.
So it's like Apex Legend, but cooler, kinda?
It was the OG. It was like the OG. Okay. Unreal Tournament was one of the OG hero shooters. If that's the word. Arena shooters.
Along with Quake. Like the original Quake 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember your roots, son.
Remember your roots.
Those.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So there was the Sifu one.
Yeah, there we go. That's another one I watched. Yeah, that one was cool. That one, like, I think probably the second best, maybe. I might have to figure out my ranking in the near future, but like it actually does a good job of telling its own story, incorporating stuff of the game, and also being accurate to the game as well. Like instead of like trying to build up a story for a game that doesn't have one, like the Unreal or even Arcane, like that actually has aspect of the game, like the aging and him dying and him coming back but older, and it actually plays a role into the episode. And it was pretty cool to see that. And the ending was actually pretty awesome too. Whereas like the old woman, she said, "Oh, your grandson was here," and she doesn't know it's actually him. And it's a really, really good scene.
Yeah. Honestly, Sifu is just a simple yet fantastic game. I mean, it's the classic martial arts movie thing. What's there not to like?
Yeah.
Very nice choreographed fights. It's all that good shit. It's a good one. Then, of course, we get to a couple of the bad ones, like the New World ones. The New World one was just ass.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh no, it's just a character. It's just a character that obviously is more of a riff on Conan, being played by the Arnold Schwarzenegger, doing a rather not great job. Just acting like an absolute goof, like an overly satirized version of Conan from the movie and all that. It even has the same sword. And eventually he dies in a dumbass way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a lot about that New World, which was supposed to be like a Sea of Thieves or open
Oh,
world.
the Ubisoft game?
Yep, the Ubisoft game. That one.
Yeah, that one that died.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I don't,
If
kinda
we
like.
get a chance, I'd love to kind of rant about Ubisoft for a sec.
Oh, please go ahead.
Well, sorry about that. Or just I find it funny because like, what is it? Brave New World or whatever the game's called. X Defiance. What else? So many like canceled, like games like canceled or shoot. Am I?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Actually, one moment back.
Alright. But in the meantime, we could talk about the best one. The one we were all been waiting for. The Warhammer one.
I actually like the Armor Core one more. That's my bias. But yeah, the Warhammer one was super good. Like, not that much dialogue in the episode, and
You
actually,
could clearly see the guy who worked behind Astartes was behind some of the good scenes, like the one with with that greater demon of Zinj just slowly killing off marine after marine with its mind, with its mind illusion magic, just slowly killing them off until it reaches Titus. And I like this is just a good, it adds more story to Titus and really shows he is one of those motherfuckers in 10,000s. Like, he is that guy.
Titus is a gangster.
What?
Titus is a gangster.
Hardest as they come. Because again, it always harkens back to that figure of that young boy holding that Astartes knife, which, in comparison to an actual knife, it's like an actual sword. So this boy basically holding a big-ass hefty sword, going off against the darkness. That marine the marine who saw him do that eventually just said, yeah, putting him to the trials of becoming a space marine, and yeah, all that other different things, till eventually we reach the moment where, that mentor figure eventually is just down, bleeding, thinking he's just gonna die, surrounded by heretics and demons. No. That boy appears again, now, a lieutenant of the Ultramarines, ready there to stand and fight against them. His time not yet done. And that look on that old man's face says it all. Which a lot of people have been confusing for like spite or just, what's the word?
Jealousy?
Yeah, jealousy. Like the man is just going to pull a Luther, if you know the lore. He's just going to pull a Luther on him. I doubt it. But still, the nice image, the juxtaposition between that young boy holding that blade to him just standing defiantly against a whole chasm of heretics, possibly demons, just standing there defiantly, ready to just chop him off to bits. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That was a good episode.
This is what only war should be about. Defying grim darkness, yet finding that hope, that defiance. That thing that just keep pushing you on during all this encroaching darkness. This is big grim dark. It's beautiful. 10 out of
10. Damn.
And also, yeah, another thing about the production. First off, the guy who produced the Dawn of War intros and all the actual cutscenes worked on this. So that's a bonus already. And two, if you got a keen eye about choreography, the guy who also worked on Astartes did some scenes.
God, Astartes was so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's real fucking sad that GW had to absorb him, and now it's under their command. I really love the fucking Astartes. Oh, that is just literally so fucking peak. It
I
is.
love I love the scene where like their pod lands inside the ship, and it like shows them like walking out of the fog while firing on everybody. That scene was so cool.
Yep. It really shows that Astartes really are a cut above the rest. Because they saw everyone and they with pinpoint accuracy, either one-handing pistols or just hip firing, they just get everyone in a matter of minutes.
Not even minutes, like a minute.
Yeah, in a matter of a minute. That is why they're the shock and awe of humanity. That is why Big E made them like this. To be to be a sword to thrust into the enemy as they get worked on the anvil of war. Which, it kind of puts things into perspective into the greater, Imperium military. The Astartes of the sword, the rest of humanity is the hammer and anvil. For those who are asking. So anyway, let's see, what else was there? We talk about the Unreal Tournament one. I haven't really watched the Armored Core one.
Ah, damn it, really? I really like that one. That one was awesome. The one with Keanu Reeves. And I think it's the controller, or probably a variant. From what I'm reading, it's not actually her, but something similar. Because 621, like the character you're playing in Armored Core 6, has something similar. So there's a possibility, which was still awesome, and it actually is pretty neat, like seeing all the different mechs and shit like that, though. And Keanu actually does a really good job in here, and it is kind of awesome seeing what is essentially like a younger version of Keanu basically operate this mech and like going after like all these other like mechs and stuff like that. It was actually kind of neat. The action was actually pretty cool, especially when you get to the end where like you get to the reveal that, oh, they're actually trying to contact him so they can be like free of their current like contractor, but he just kills the last guy anyway. He says like, there's no one like me. He's like, damn right. And it's like, oh shit, that's actually kind of cool. Even though he is a scumbag, but it kind of fits.
It's a badass scumbag.
Yeah. Which makes some fucking money, goes pretty hard. It was a really good scene, and it is kind of funny seeing what is essentially like an R-rated version of Armored Core, because Armored Core is basically a T-rated series. So
yeah, so this could give some good ideas to who owns the Armored Core again?
Huh?
Who has the rights?
Oh, that's
Namco, I think.
Shit, FromSoft.
Oh right, all right, FromSoft has it. So in general, it's also been owned by who again? Capcom? Yeah, Capcom, I think. I don't know. I'm not good with all this branding shit.
I think it's Bandai. I don't think it's Capcom.
Oh yeah, it's Bandai. Yeah, right, Bandai. So yeah, I need to go see it eventually because I've been busy. I've just been helping mom in the house. That's all. I've been busy, and also I had other things I needed to watch. So sorry, I'll go watch it tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah, and also one thing that's really been irking me for the site that you usually get to use to watch TV shows and the like. Where the fuck can I get myself a good ad blocker that just stops the constant onslaught of pop-ups?
Either get Brave, because it has a built-in ad blocker, or maybe try to seek out what other one you can. I, for one, don't really care for ad blockers right now, because obviously I mostly use Brave because that's a built-in one. It pretty much handles pretty much everything. So if you can get that browser, get Brave. That's all I can say. That, or just try to seek out a decent ad blocker if you can.
I use uBlock Origin, and I pair it with a thing called BlockTube, a thing called YouTube Anti-Ad Block Bypasser, which allows me to still use YouTube despite them not liking ad blockers.
You gotta send me that shit, cause I'm almost getting so fucking tired of this.
It's an extension that is on Mozilla Firefox. I don't know if it's on Google, if that's the one you use.
Not for now. I just want that ad blocker so I can watch that site that we usually go watch streaming shit. Cause I've been getting some cravings for other things other than secret level. Still need to watch. Still need to watch a lot more of Love, Death, and Robots. See what else they have to offer other than Zima Blue and the 3 robots.
Zima Blue is like the best one. The 3 robots ones are just annoying, honestly.
Yeah, we get it. Humanity is awful.
Humanity's awful. Like,
the rich ones were assholes. We get it. And the tech bros. Haha. I don't care about that. Turn the fucking Pyramid One into a busty robot. I don't care. GLaDOS ass motherfucking ass. Evan. Yeah, you heard me.
Alright, might as well get to our last ones. 28 years and then Marshall's List.
You guys do that. It's kind of late in here.
I figured.
Get some water and go to bed.
Alright.
You guys enjoy your horror talking.
Alright.
I'm gonna be off. It's been nice.
Alright.
Alright, dude.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody, and have a good day. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
I am jumping right into 28 years later. I'm pretty hesitant. Feels very different from the other two. And I don't think that one zombie in the trailer was supposed to be Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy, no, it wasn't. I know Bash and Weaponite Nerd Rage the server pointed out screenshots of Murphy being with the other characters. He's in the movie. He's just not that zombie. But it's weird that that's people are using that. But I'm hoping this is like not the case where it's just trailer fuckery where they're adding stuff around. There's a possibility that might be his character just later in the movie where he might die. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen, honestly. But you'll never know.
Also, I know that they're using like iPhones for the filming to like make it seem more rounded and stuff. But honestly, it still just looks like normal cameras.
Yeah, like could have fooled my ass. I'm like, the fuck? That's not filmed on an iPhone. God damn. Shit. I thought Unsane. I knew Unsane, that one movie, was filmed on iPhones primarily, and it kind of looks like it in a way, but it was still impressive that they were managed to edit footage and make a cohesive film out of that. Here, you really couldn't tell me, and I wouldn't notice. So,
I'm also not really a big fan of the idea of the zombies evolving. I feel like that's a trope that only really works in stuff like video games.
Yeah, like
I'm still gonna go see it. Like I'm gonna go to theaters because I'm a fucking 28 fan. But I think that it's gonna be better than 28 weeks, but not as good as 28 days because 28 days is pretty hard to cap or go over. It's just got such an atmosphere about it that I don't think they're ever going to be able to recapture with their current mindset.
With 28 weeks, is the movie good besides the catalyst of the event, the janitor?
Yes, it's more intense. It has a lot of great memorable scenes. It is nowhere near as intelligent as the first film. Like, you watch those two movies back to back, it is like you go from a really smart horror movie to a really dumb horror movie. Like The Catalyst, like as much as I love Robert Carlyle, he could not make his character work at all. Like him just going to his fucking wife, who's immune but asymptomatic, if that's the right word, and just fucking kisses her like a retard, and then just fucking gouges her fucking eyes out and kills her. Well, spoilers for a decade-old movie. But like, and then him getting infected, and him getting everyone else infected, and this outbreak just happens. Not only that, like all that started all because his 2 fucking kids get out of the quarantine zone, like a couple of morons. But other than that, like there's a lot of good scenes in it. Like once the outbreak and all the shit hits the fan happens, it is a really like there's a lot of good shit in that movie, but like it is a major step down from the first. It is a major step down from the first.
Alright.
I had like a quick fix that I just thought up of that wouldn't fix everything, but would make it a bit more understandable. Is if like when he goes to see her, instead of them kissing, she's like pissed off at him and spits in his face.
Oh shit!
And that could be the catalyst.
Mm.
That would make a bit more sense.
Like
it wouldn't fix the problem of a janitor managing to get that deep into a fucking restricted area, but yeah.
Yeah, that is true. But even then, like they're aware she's like has some level of immunity, but she still carries it. So I don't think they would have. Even then, like they would have given her a mask or something to keep her like her fluids from like pouring out or spitting on other people. Basically, make sure that everyone, including her, is wearing a mask so they can operate on her and try to figure out like how she's immune. Basically.
Yeah, without that catalyst scene. Like if you put that aside, it is actually a very decent movie with a very killer opening, and I would say a pretty good ending. I liked the scene where Dawn, zombie, like confronts this kid and attacks him. That scene I feel like was done very well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the helicopter scene was pretty cool too. Get to see a helicopter used offensively.
It was pretty funny seeing Jeremy Renner in that movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, need to watch his new show, that Mayor of Jonestown or something.
Oh yeah, that one. It looks cool. I actually haven't heard anything about it, but it looks neat though. That dude went on a major comeback after his incident, after his recovery.
Yeah. I think that and the Sylvester Stallone Tulsa King, I need to watch that too.
Yeah, me too. I haven't watched that.
My mom loves that show. I haven't seen it though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 20 years, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a 2-parter, which is weird. I know how to feel about that. Like, we'll have to see after this first film. And Part 2's director, I'm iffy on, because it's the same director as the Marvels. Now, one can make the argument that, well, as Disney doesn't really hire directors, they mostly cast directors, to be honest. They don't really have that much control over the project, nor they have say on Final Cut. It's been that way for a while. So, but even then, who knows, honestly.
I feel like 28 years later is kind of more inspired by stuff like A Quiet Place than stuff like 28 the series, because it kind of has that same feel that I get from stuff like The Quiet Place trailers. Yeah.
I mean, as aspects of it, but when you see like the Statue of Skulls and other stuff, it seems to me more post-apocalyptic than anything else. It seems to have more in common with, like, I don't know.
It feels like a very current trends type of horror movie, like very clearly, some sort of like the guys who were making it, like A24 films. Nothing wrong with that. I like A24 films, but it doesn't really it doesn't feel like 28 days later.
Who knows? That might be the idea. We'll have to see. We'll see if when there's more footage, or see when the final cut comes out. I'm skeptical because long-form sequels very rarely are decent, and very, very, very rarely are actually really, really good. We don't get a Rocky Balboa or a Top Gun Maverick as often as we should. We get a lot of Ghostbusters, Frozen Empires, and Star Wars Rise of Skywalkers than we've been getting, than we should, so we'll have to see. But the cast looks good. Everything else looks decent. There's definitely a lot of effort put into the movie, so cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. Cautiously optimistic.
Anything else you want to add? You want to just get to your updated list?
Minor thing. I recently watched Event Horizon, and I really liked it.
Oh yeah.
What's that about?
It's basically you know the warp travel in the 40K universe. It's a movie based off of that, and I don't just mean that in like it's like that.
You're right back.
The director is a fan of Warhammer 40K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's there are some problems, like there are some out of place stock sound effects, like you hear the stock punch sound a lot, and I really wish they didn't cut back on the gore, but I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was pretty damn enjoyable for, it's not going to be high art, but I really liked it. And now, Lone, would you like, I have 2 lists, right? Lone, would you like me to post a list of movies I have, or am I to get list?
Lone?
I'll just post one then.
Is he having internet problems again?
Now he's just muted. I think he's off doing something.
Alright.
Mike Wazowski. Has anyone been quiet this entire time? Like, literally, I'm gone for like 2 minutes.
We were just waiting for you.
Wait, what?
I posted.
Seriously? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you got your thing. Okay.
Yeah.
You literally could have been talking the entire time instead of just waiting and making this entire thing the quiet game all day long. It's like, dude, let's wait for a while.
We were only quiet for like 20 or 15 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm literally just got back, and I'm like, what the fuck? Let me try to do, and it's shared. Okay, good.
Last time, my list was 6 pages long, and that was a lot to get through. This time it's 13 pages long, so if you want to pick 3 or 4 pages and just go with that, I won't hold it against you.
Like, how do you want to do it? That's what I'm wondering. Like, do you want to do the last couple pages, or do you have a specific set of movies you really, really want to talk about?
I don't know.
No.
It was pretty fun last time when you were just going through and picking out things that piqued your interest.
All right, buddy. All right. Alice 1988, Alice Junction, Incident Lake City. Give me a second here. Let me shake my Millinade. All right. 1922, 27. No copies found. Huh.
Yeah, I kind of updated the way I format my lists. Like, if I'm looking for something and I can't find a copy, I'll put a message like this out there. I also have other ones where it's like if something is very rare or pricey. And also, everything that is pink is anime.
Oh, okay.
Airmaster,
Can I talk about one I'm seeing?
Sure.
Fall Guy. That was you talked about the one with Lily Me. God damn.
That's who you call him?
Wait, is Fall Guy
Ryan
still on
Gosling.
here?
Ryan
I forget
Gosling.
his name.
Ryan Gosling.
That was
Yeah.
a good film. I like that one. I think you would like it.
Damn, I haven't watched it. I've heard. I mean, well, it
I
bombed
have Fall
really
Guy.
hard. Oh, cool.
It wasn't that bad. It
I have
made
Fall Guy.
even.
I've seen it, and it's a really sweet movie. I would
Yeah,
recommend
it's really
it.
good.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I should watch it. Okay. So it is just a good action movie. It was just fucked over because
Look, I
people
will
were
say
getting
this.
really sick and tired of movies in general.
I will say this.
Yeah,
It starts out when you first watch it, and I think the marketing sucked ass.
Mm.
You think it's a rom-com. It starts out a bit like a rom-com, but then you kind of see, okay, it's more of an action film. Because it's
And it's a
PG-13,
mystery,
nothing
too.
too crazy. Yeah, mystery too. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but it's pretty good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Quiet on Western Front. 1930, 1979 is. I know. How many adaptations of that book? I know. Or is there four?
I
There's
think there's
three.
Like,
There's three.
there's three.
Okay. All right.
I heard the one from like 2024 wasn't that good.
It was good.
I
It's just
like it.
it's
I
not
actually like
it's not the most faithful to the book, but it
Yeah,
gets
it
the
does
point
take its
own
across. It gets the point across. It gets the themes across. It is not that faithful. It cuts a
I
lot
actually
of stuff
think-
out.
I actually think when it gets across, it does really well. Because like the guy getting crushed by the tank, the flamethrower, it shows. Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah. Angel Cop. Did you get Angel Cop?
I have not gotten Angel Cop yet because I just had a bunch of other stuff that I've been meaning to get. I do think that there's discs on eBay. Oh, also, I have to take this off because I got A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 finally.
Yeah. The
It only
that
took a year
one.
and a half to get the gay one.
The gay one.
Yeah. Have you seen Jonesy Wales yet, or have you just went to the DVD? Outlaw
Can you
Jonesy
point out
Wales.
where?
It's
The Outlaw Jonesy
the
Wales.
Outlaw that does, I guess, or tease.
I
like-
don't have it yet.
Damn.
Oh, okay, have you seen it though?
No.
It's a good one. I recommend it. Maybe if you want to, at least just try and find it on like 1-2-3 movies or something. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I
If
recently
you
got-
can, Marshall, I'm being serious. If you can, find just look up Clint Eastwood collection. It's probably in that. You get a bunch of movies from his filmography. There are versions where it has the Dollar Trilogy or it doesn't have the Dollar Trilogy. Some of them have his other westerns like Pale Rider, Josie Wales, Bronco Billy, Unforgiven, and some of his other movies like Flags of Our Fathers, Letter Hiroshima, I think Dirty Harry. I'm going off memory here because I know I saw a collection at Walmart at one point recently. This isn't some old thing, it's recent, and it had like a bunch of his films on it. So I think if you can, seek those out if you can like look those up.
I'm not
Yeah.
really a big fan of collections because it makes it harder to categorize and like find a specific movie. I like my weird little system.
Do you
I'll put
go
it
by
like that.
genre? Do you go by genre or do you go by alphabet?
I go by alphabet, and I'm a strict alphabet guy. Like
Man.
my T section is absolutely fucking inflated. Andrew Dobson would love it because I
fair.
have so many movies starting with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Like I
Out of
have,
curiosity,
I have
do you-
almost 3 pages of movies that just start with T.
Out of curiosity, do you prefer just categorizing all like movies to start with T, or do you like just skipping the and just categorizing it by the actual kind of name?
I categorize it by alphabet. Like the Addams Family is not in the A section.
Okay. I know some people have it, so it's like, it's like they call it like hypothetically the room. People just put it in the R for room. Some people do stuff like that. I was curious if you would prefer that or not.
I don't do that because there's a lot of movies where the word "the" is actually a very pertinent part of the title. Like, I believe that just calling the room isn't. It doesn't really feel the same.
Not to mention the fact there is a movie called Room with a Brie Larson. It's actually one of her only good movies, to be honest.
Alright, fair enough. Do you not have do you not have Sands of Iwo Jima with John Wayne on your list?
I don't really have a lot of John Wayne movies. I'm probably gonna. This is probably gonna rub some people the wrong way, but I'm not really a John Wayne fan.
Nah, fair enough.
I'm not alone. Okay, you and Marshall, you and me are in the same boat, to be honest. I have nothing against the Duke. I appreciate him. I respect him. I myself am not the biggest fan of his filmography. Like, I'm a very Pacific guy, because I know he's in a lot of World War II movies, but like, he's obviously known for Westerns. Being a spaghetti Western person, yeah. I think we said this on a Red Dead stream, but I'm going to say it here because I don't care. But like, I really prefer Clint Eastwood over John Wayne, to be honest.
I will admit, one of his most famous films, I forgot the name of it. It's like it was like his star role, or like his first one. I forget what it's called. It's like one of his Wild West films. Technically, I think it's one that's more somewhat spaghetti Western, but like early, like more like a prototype of it.
Kind of like a pre-Hays Code thing.
No, it was like during the Hays Code, but it did kind of mention some, or it was like at least hinting to more darker stuff. What was it called?
Well, technically Spaghetti Westerns from Italy, but yeah, go ahead and look that up. I honestly don't really know. Like, I think the only one I know, Hondo, True Grit. There's like a bunch of shit he made. Honestly, they're very interchangeable. Because he was
Stagecoach.
Stagecoach. Oh, let me pull something up.
I will admit that one. I watched that for a film class. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I really wasn't a big fan of it. I guess it's not. I didn't hate it. I just couldn't get into it.
John Wayne, 1939. Jesus Christ! Keep forgetting how long he's been acting in movies. Black and white, now good old fashioned black and white, where everybody had these very, very exaggerated, silly themes, and a whole movie's on YouTube. Holy crap!
Actually, okay, bit of a tangent. Have you ever seen bloopers from like old films?
Yes, I have. They've been resurfacing like crazy. It's so weird being reminded of Ronald Reagan and his acting career. But it is kind of funny seeing these people act like how you think these 40s actors act, and act like almost like modern day-ish in a way.
Yeah.
It's like the way they break character is super hilarious. It's like, God damn, son of a bitch. I lost my line. God damn it. Can we go again? It's like super weird and uncanny seeing these actors break character in the way they do. It's funny. And it's awesome how it survived, because they always destroy the extra reels.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that they survived as long as they did to be digital, because now it's immortalized. So it's awesome.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of those is like it was from this compilation I saw where it's like some dude, he was like walking off of the set because his character was supposed to do that. And the camera falls and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, you're falling." I didn't know that. And everyone just started bursting out laughing.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite. That's a good one. Another one of my favorite ones, the one I keep rewinding because that's so funny, is the line where is this area? Oh, the King's Arm. The King's Arms? Where are the King's Arms? Around the Queen's ass. And everyone just starts laughing. That part was hilarious.
I was like, I mean, real.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also one where there was this lady who was playing a maid, and she was supposed to rush into the room for the scene. but she like tripped on her dress and just absolutely ate shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Something I did hear though is like because of how like expensive it was back in the day to make films, like bloopers were kind of something people wanted to avoid.
Yeah, because of because the filming process, and you can tell, like, watch an older movie that didn't come out in the, let's say, the 70s, I think, like, is very night and day, because you see how long the take actually is. Like, you see how rarely they cut. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Like, watch Dr. No. It's like, I remember my brother, like, catching me watching, like, going through a Bond marathon, because I always go through one every year or so. And he noticed, like, wow, this take has been going on for so long. You don't see that often these days, unless it's a Pacific director. Unless it's like,
yeah. Like it's 1917, I guess, or is that more too much?
No.
1917 is not a real long take because it's many takes that are intercut.
Yeah.
The Outpost. The Outpost, I think, has some unironically long takes.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, The Outpost has a lot of long takes. That's a good example.
Wait, do you have that one, Marshall? Out of curiosity. Ah, shoot.
Which one?
The one with Scott Eastwood. My bad. Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, I have it.
Good. I need to get that DVD. It's like $13. I just haven't bought it yet.
Appleseed. You didn't get Appleseed?
What's that?
Ghost in the Shell, kind of, sort of, but not really. Made from the same person.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get it eventually, like I do with all of my anime stuff. It's just, I have so many things that I want, and like my interests change. Like one day I'll want zombie movies, and one day I'll want a western, and one day I'll want fucking something else.
Yeah.
Armor
curiosity.
Trooper.
Never mind.
Yo, go ahead. I'll shut up.
I was about to say, are you interested in the? I don't think you have it on the list, but were you interested in the Reagan film or not really?
What Reagan film?
The one that came out recently.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Armor Troopers. Silent Voice. Did you see that one?
If I remember correctly, it's the one about the deaf girl and her like remorseful bully and them come together. I have not seen it, but I really want to because it sounds amazing.
It is.
Doesn't that one have like a fucked ending though, where like where they both kill themselves?
No. That's something else. That's something else.
Okay. Wait, is this real life or an anime?
This is an anime.
Oh, okay. Wait, the one I'm thinking of is an anime too, though. Wait.
Is it a movie or a show?
Movie.
Huh. They don't. I don't recall. That doesn't happen. They don't kill themselves at the end of the movie.
Can you post a picture of like the movie poster? I want to see this now.
Oh yeah, Marshall's getting it because I'm streaming on this. I'll be like screwing the whole thing up.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, it's fine.
I remember it becoming like super popular back around like 2018 or something. I'm gonna post it in private text chat. The poster, and it like showed up in a bunch of edits and stuff. I think even Super Eye Patch Wolf covered it a bit in one of his videos back when I used to watch him.
Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of? Maybe I'm thinking about a different story. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, because they do not kill themselves at the end of that. Like, I'm like shocked you got to that conclusion. I was like, the fuck?
I remember there's a story.
Suicide
She was deaf, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Or what are you going to say? Sorry, like it's a taboo?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say suicide is a topic in it, but they don't do it at the end. Like, it's a very, very, like, very good ending, and like, yeah.
Happy ending?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's a gut punch too.
Wait, is it the one where she's like on the? Is she in a wheel? No, okay, that's a different one. Dang it.
Are you thinking of Your Lie in April?
No, that's no. She has like cancer and that she dies in the surgery.
Yeah.
God, fucking that show.
I haven't watched that in a long while. Fucking hell.
Same.
Well,
Netflix has no goddamn anime anymore.
Well, there's a handful. Well, it's the stuff they license and shit, but people just...
Mostly the goddamn popular stuff, though. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you're better just pirating it and shit like that, or just going on other sites.
Fair enough.
So I'm guessing Attack on Titan you basically watched via either Hulu or some other site, Marshall?
I watched it on an unofficial streaming site.
Huh.
I don't have it physically. I'm waiting for like a big ass fucking box set to come out.
I thought you said
website.
I thought you said you hated collections, Marshall.
Well, it's different when it's just one series. if it's like 50 unrelated movies with only one scene tying them together, that's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Marshall, what the hell is Porno Holocaust?
Oh, that's for later.
What the fuck is that?
It is a title that I saw when I was like researching exploitation movies because I wanted to get some for my collection, and there was like a message attached. I want you to read it out.
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Okay. Actually, out of curiosity, I'm trying to think. I think it was an actual film, like not a meme one, like an actual blaxploitation film. But what was it? It's like Boss N-word.
Boss Nigga?
Is that like an actual film, or is it just a meme film? Okay,
I have no.
That's an actual film. I want to get it.
All right.
Dude, that era of Hollywood was so fucking. That era of filming was nuts. The exploitation era was insane.
Dude, the 70s were fucking wild in general.
Dude,
there was serial killers. There was cocaine in the water. We were trying to kill Castro with fucking ice cream.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, that was just
it was the height of the Cold War. There was so much shit going on, man.
I thought the 80s was the height of the Cold War.
It was the boom of westerns and zombie movies.
Oh, okay.
It was a lot.
Height of Cold War is fucking weird. Height of Cold War is technically 60s because of the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's the closest we got.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, just weird history.
Yeah, it's weird because it depends on who you talk. It's weird who you talk to because it's either Cuban Missile Crisis, Vietnam in its entirety, or Reagan's era, or Reagan's presidency.
Yeah, war in Afghanistan.
Yeah, like like people debate whether or not like Reagan was, which we obviously aren't because we're still fucking here, of whether or not Reagan was going to get us to World War III, but he didn't. So.
Well, I think his economic policies helped kill the Soviet Union, but that was kind of it. Although, not gonna lie, Iran-Contra, kind of based.
There's some iffy things here and there. Fucking crack cocaine moving into black neighborhoods and all this other shit, and also moving funding out of mental war hospitals, and it's one of those things like we need to start like learning to actually criticize our.
Reagan was the fucking devil.
Wait, who was?
Boondocks joke.
Oh, okay.
Ronald Reagan's the devil. Jesus is whack. Government's lying about 9/11.
Oh, it reminds me of the fucking Obama bit.
What's the nigga gonna do?
It's like what was it? It was like, but Obama helped out this. Actually, it didn't work. But he did this. That didn't work. Thinking of that one.
Yeah.
I see your point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got off topic.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, anyways, you going up to A section again?
Yeah, I am playing a little bit. I'm probably not gonna go through the entire like thing. I'm mostly just like I'm always gonna look at the anime. 13 freaking pages. Like what the fuck? But like my thing, I think the most mine was like fucking 5, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll get this. Like you watch the movies you like, and you're like, oh, I'll get this, or I'll get this. Oh, this is $5 in my local Walmart or Barnes and Noble. I'll get this. And here you are. Oh yay, movie I like. Everything. Like good grief. Battle Royale High School. Oh yeah, 1987. That's shit.
What's that one?
That's BR, but that's the anime one. Because I know there's a manga as well. Royale. It was like 1980. Shit. Oh, fucking hell. God damn it. Okay. Battle Royale High School. Let me just see if this is the one I'm thinking of. No, this is something else and completely. Okay. This is something like, oh, high octane 80s anime. Okay. That's what this is. I'll show y'all. Give me 1 second if I can. I'm not gonna show chat because it's. This looks like. Is this Gona Guy? This looks like Violence Jack. That's weird. Violence Jack is fucking bad shit, by the way. I sometimes forget how insane. Fucking, and I love.
Vodka. Penal Vodka in the chat says Obama's 2 accomplishments were taking out his brother Osama and the Protect Obama custom game in Halo Reach.
God damn it.
God damn it. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking 80s shit. Fucking 80s shit's bad shit.
You can tell it's the 80s because this man looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger with a mullet.
Dude, man, they were so fucking ripped. That shit was fucking
Is Boardwalk
nuts.
Empire good?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Need to
Yes.
watch that one.
Yes.
It has what's his name? The one dude
Steve
I really
Buscemi.
like from Reservoir Dogs.
Steve
Yeah.
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi. Well, here's my little world's smallest
I don't call him
violin.
Mr. P's.
I was doing a bit. Here's the
Sorry, my
world's
bad.
world's smallest violin for all the waitresses.
Did you know that Steve Buscemi actually helped save people during 9/11? Because he used to be a
Yeah.
firefighter, and when he heard about everything that was going on, he just dropped everything and went to help.
Yeah, him and I know him and a handful of other people as well. And it's also kind of nuts how many actors narrowly avoided it.
Imagine you're just some nobody working in the stock trade center. Then a plane hits your building, you almost die, and the person who pulls you out of the wreckage is fucking Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
Mr. Pink sounds like Mr. Faggot. God, I will say I do love fucking OG Quentin. Just how nonchalant he was with some of that stuff.
He still kind of is.
He doesn't tip waitresses, but he's a good man anyways.
Bayonetta, Bind the Match. Being John Malkovich. You haven't gotten that one yet?
No, I just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of like really interesting things that just catch my eye. Like for example, Jeremiah Johnson. I recently got that. It was like $5 at Walmart, and I remember watching it as a kid when my grandfather used to put on the Western Channel.
Oh yeah, the free Western Channel. We had that in up here too. Funny enough, pretty sure like a thing in all states.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, back when I had cable, I don't really. Well, I still do
same.
kind of, sort of, because free satellites are a thing. My dad installed one. I rarely use it. To be honest, the most thing I use is mostly just for gaming and just for streaming or whatever, or movie I got on physical, basically. Because
Yeah.
like especially since Tubi, like you can just watch whatever. There's a bunch of shit on that. And it's just with ads. I mean, it's not that much different than watching shit on cable for demand, honestly. Birdie the Mighty. Did not expect that to be on here. Well, honestly, should have, because that's the 96 one too. Did not expect that.
I watch a guy called Cultured Crusader, and he has the series called OVA Odyssey, in which he brings up 10 OVAs and stuff that have been either like lost or well known, usually from like the 90s, 80s, and 70s. And I will often watch those videos to get recommendations based on whether or not I like the premise and stuff.
Yeah. God.
Out of curiosity, why is Edge Runner's Cyberpunk dark pink?
Because it's
that's usually
anime.
for stuff like game tie-ins.
Yeah.
Dark pink is for stuff like tie-ins and stuff like that.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Halo Legends, I have it on my list of stuff that I actually do have. That's dark pink too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you
Man, I
gotta
Also,
love
Halo
that.
Legends is pretty damn good.
yeah.
Really
Even though
fucking
the-
good.
Even though the short that centers around the elites and how their culture got
The
fucked
samurai?
up by
Yeah.
that one, I don't really like the animation style on it. It kind of hurts my eyes.
Yeah, it does.
Blood Battlefront, Kekai Sensen, that's a badass fucking show. I hate the fact it only got 2 seasons though. It's really good though. I need to read the manga. I've only read a few chapters, and I know it has like 3 or 4 different versions, different variants of it. Just like Keikai Sensen this, Keikai Sensen that. I forgot which ones exactly, but it's like super fun. Like that was a fun fucking anime that came out in 2015.
Wait, on your list it says Fred 1 to 13, 2010, 2012. By Fred, do you mean the Nickelodeon movies?
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
They are definitely movies
They exist.
that were made.
That was an
And
era.
I definitely watched them as a kid.
Yeah, that was an era. That was an era. I'm like, what the hell is Fred doing on my TV? Fred's not supposed to be on my TV. Why is Fred on my TV? Why is John Cena here? What is going on?
I will say,
Why do you-
John Cena being his
Showtime
father is a
to
bit that
people.
still holds up to this day.
Yeah.
And there's actually, you wouldn't expect it from a Fred movie, but there is some good acting. Like the second movie, it centers around a music teacher that Fred thinks is a vampire. And the guy who plays the music teacher is one of the most lovable people on earth.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Alright.
Blue
I do feel
Exorcist.
bad for people like that who are just in bad movies, but like they actually have some chops to them.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
guys get fucked over big time. They usually get stuck in like one area or just B shit. Now there was some good straight to VOD B shit that's actually decent. It's just like sometimes they don't end up in the good stuff. Blue Exorcist is pretty cool to see on here. Bubblegum Crisis, that's pretty good. Kanan, that's okay. I don't know if this is a hot take, but like the first episode and last couple episodes are like the best of that show. Yeah, you can watch it in one sitting, but it's good. It's not one that I honestly think deserves that title of like 2000s classic, but it's decent.
Did HBO make DVDs of the Band of Brothers trilogy?
I think so.
Yeah, and I have it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have Band of Brothers, but I don't have the other two. I will be getting those hopefully.
Yeah.
They come in a really nice metal box that kind of looks like a food ration container.
Yeah, I would love to get. One I think you would love would be Pacific. Have you seen that one yet?
No.
You need to fucking watch Pacific, dude. That is honestly, hot take, better than Band of Brothers.
Fuck! Whoa! That's the first time I've heard that.
I know. Look, I get it. Hot take. I don't know. I connect. Okay, some of the characters I thought were boring. Others I connected with. I think it was not as well made as Band of Brothers, but I like some of the characters and some of the actions more. Also, I just kind of have a love for Marines. That's kind of a thing too.
The events of the Pacific were a bit more fictionalized because it was hard to find a central protagonist.
Well, they had to kind of go between three. That's the problem with it.
Well, no. What happened was, Band of Brothers is based off of the story of like real people. Same with the Pacific and Masters of the Air. Assumedly, I haven't really learned much about that. But the thing with the Pacific Theater is that it really burned people out. So finding like a person who could be a central character, who could
was hard.
Guide the audience through the whole thing was very hard. So they went with like multiple protagonists, and just fictionalized a lot of it to make everything flow better.
To an extent, I've actually seen videos on it. It actually got a lot of the stories right, besides moments where they had to kind of shift view from one character to the next.
Yeah.
That was really the most they had to fictionalize.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. But I get your point, yeah.
Damn.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah, oh, wait. Does Netflix make DVDs of their films?
It depends.
Alright.
You can find like you can find a box set of Orange Is the New Black if you like women in prison. But for example, 1922, there is no physical DVD of that, despite that being a Netflix property.
Yeah.
Sorry, I must have recommended you Mosul. My bad. That one probably doesn't have a DVD.
It might.
It's not very popular, so it probably doesn't. Only like the popular stuff gets DVDs from Netflix. Which, yeah, I love streaming. I love how we can't. Whatever.
Just hire your local guy from fucking eBay from Indonesia to get you a physical copy. You're better off doing that.
I can burn DVDs too. I just figure out how to do that.
Yeah, it's good.
I can burn DVDs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Clannad, Claymore, those are some classics. Sad to see. It's so fucking weird getting older, dude. Remember, these were like in the... Like, these were considered like standard, like popular like shows. Like, think like Dandadan or Dorohedoro now. That's what these were. So it's crazy to think in like a couple, like and I get it, this is 2007, 2008. But I, like, around 2015, up to that point, like, these were pretty big, still, to an extent. So, it's just weird seeing that.
So weird.
Yeah.
Like, Garo Zero is 16 years old.
Fuck.
What? Oh, wait, what is?
Garo Zero. It's a anime prequel to a manga series that I still haven't really read through.
Yeah,
I read the first like 2 or 3 volumes, and I dropped it because I had other stuff going on in life.
Yeah, I did a video on it. Yeah, it kind of is sad that like it didn't get a sequel anime. Pretty much talking about the manga going over to manga. It is a weird case though. It's a good show though. I still like it a lot though. And we did talk about like Tokyo, what was it, ESP, which doesn't connect to it at all. But for some freaking reason has the 2 main leads. I'm still baffled with that decision. I get it's the same team, it's the same mangaka. They're 2 different worlds. Doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what is?
Tokyo ESP. We talked about it, like I think like last year.
Okay,
I think. Yeah.
Sorry, just you mentioning that reminded me of it, so I wasn't sure if that was the same thing or not.
Yeah. Edge Runner. I don't think that has a physical copy though. Since we talked about
it. It's Malaysians burn it.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
There was no movie though.
Oh, 1966 Django. That's a fucking classic. That's a good fucking movie right there. The opening scene with the when he has the machine gun. That's a good fucking scene. That's how you begin a movie right there. Dominion Tank Police, new Dominion Tank Police.
I watched those.
Oh.
I watched those when they get philosophical in the first series. It kind of drags, but it's pretty fun. And the second series has some pretty neat stuff. It goes for a bit of a darker tone, and I think it pays off well enough.
Yeah. Dororo,
why is Donnie Darko still on here? I have this movie.
Oh, okay. Don't Go in House. Dororo's really fucking awesome. That was so fun to watch. Dr. Strangelove is a classic. Oh yeah, go ahead. What you about to say?
You ever watch Fargo? The Fargo TV show?
I talked about it, I think. Last time I checked. Yeah.
Is it any good?
First 3 seasons are the ones I really like.
Alright.
Season 4, I honestly, I think that's the beginning of when things start to go off the rails. Season 5 was just... That's an example of, like, I hate to use this word because it's a buzzword, but that's an example of it going fucking woke as shit, because it is very anti-American, it is anti-gun, it is anti-marriage, that is a pathetic fucking fucking season. It's anti-Christian too. Like, Jon Hamm's a good actor, he's a good actor, his character is every fucking liberal conservative strawman there is. The more I think about that fucking season, it is a joke. Like, fuck that season.
With the first 3 seasons, did they ever feel elitist, like like an East Coaster elitist towards like Midwestern kind of?
Not
or
really.
Is it never...
Like not really. Season 1, like super good. Season 2, I wouldn't say that either. Season 3, I won't say that either. Honestly, for the first 3 seasons. But season 4, I honestly didn't care that much for. Season 5 was just insulting. I don't care for the rest of the show. The first 3 seasons are really good. Season 1 is obviously the best. Obviously the best. It is super fucking good. The best acting. It ties into the movie in a very subtle way. If you've watched the movie, you kind of notice. But you don't need to watch the movie in order to watch the season. But it is really, really, really fucking good. It is super awesome. So yeah.
I heard a story. I don't know if it's true, but allegedly, like one of the later seasons of Fargo, some lady is getting beaten by her husband, who is like a conservative straw man.
That's season 5.
Trump is on TV. Or Trump is on TV, and she's like, "Man, he's such a great guy," because he's like funneling the shit out of her.
Yeah, that's season 5.
That was a scene?
That sounds so dumb.
That's season 5. There's so much shit. Like 1776. That that quote from Alex Jones? They quote that in the show. And they're like, oh, 1776, there's something about that year. And I'm like, who the fuck wrote this shit? Like, oh yeah, trust the cops, guys. Trust the FBI that we hate so much.
The FBI that also, yeah, trust the city police too. They got the funding.
Be anti-militia, guys. You don't need guns. You don't need guns. Like fuck those ride toys, man. Yeah, fuck those people. Like, trust us. It's I hate that shit. Like, that's in fucking Constantine and that fucking stupid comic.
It wasn't
Dead in America. It's in Dead in America. It's in that fucking shit. It's in other fucking shit. It's the most traitorous fucking shit on the planet. It's in fucking that god awful Winter Soldier fucking Captain America Falcon Winter Soldier show. You gotta do better, Senator. Yeah. That illiberal elitist bullshit, childish nonsense. Who don't even fucking know how this country's ran. Complete fucking traitorous bullshit. Thank God that shit's dying out. And people are calling it out. That shit is disgusting. I'm tired of seeing it. Y'all are okay. I'm sorry. You got me monologuing. I'm just fucking pissed. Because Fargo was so fucking good. And you see how good the writing and the nuance of the writing was to just Orange Man bad, gun owner bad, like Patriot bad. Like, go fuck yourself, you pieces of child diddling dog shit. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. I guess on an unrelated note, is Gerald's Game good? That one movie? Because that was the movie made by the dude who made the sequel to technically the book Shining, but he made like the Dr. Sleep film.
Oh, isn't Gerald's Game, that is a Stephen King story, last time I checked. That's
that
not
by someone else then?
No. Gerald's Game. That is a Stephen King. Yeah, that's Stephen King's story. That's not his son. It's actually him. The movie I have not watched in a hot minute, but it is really good though.
Okay, I see.
It's done by, I forgot his name, Mike Flanagan. Really good director, really good writer. Yeah, that's really good. And everyone, I appreciate Pini. I appreciate Self. Thanks.
Wait, Self's in chat?
Yeah, Self and Pina Vodka are both cheering me on. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was super fucking pissed. Fucking Fargo season 5, piece of shit. I was shocked that Tell said it was kind of based, but he was talking about the earlier part. I actually talked about that in a web server. I was like, you said this shit was based. Are you out of your fucking mind? It's like, yeah, this season's kind of shit. I was talking about
women.
Like in the beginning, it looked like it was going one way, but it continues, and it's like, oh, okay. And it talks about like debt and shit and all the other stuff, all that other crap. It is not good at all. Oh my god, it's so bad. Anyway, we were talking about Gerald's Game. Anything else? Let's get back to this list. Doro's really good. Da-da-da-da. I need to read the light novels. The anime is so fucking awesome. That's a good anime.
Wait, are there DVDs of the OVA for Gunsmith Cats?
I think there is.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I need to get it then.
Yeah.
You can find them on eBay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yay. Cool. Eden of the East. That's a classic. Kind of rushed. When you get, it's weird because it has the one anime and it has the two movies, but even then it feels like it should have been two different like full anime, you know what I mean? It's like one 14 episode like anime, then two standard length movies that's like an hour and a half each, which are good. I mean, it's good. I really like it, and it was actually kind of fun getting my sister into it, and she was like, "Huh, I felt kind of rushed at the end." But yeah, it's definitely one of those like 2000s, mid 2010 odds, 2010s series. Go on. I'm sorry.
I heard a part of the premise is that the USSR like conquered half of Japan during World War II, and on their half of Japan they built a machine that does some shit with like fucking with time, or like opening a portal to someplace.
Wait, what? This is Eden of the East.
Yeah.
This ain't Eden of the East. You're talking about something else. Eden of the East is the one with the one guy who's at the White House and he's naked and he brainwashes himself. And the whole thing is kind of like a battle royale. Everyone has like a, what was it, 1 billion yen, and their purpose is to change Japan. You're talking about something else, dude.
I think I am too.
Yeah.
I was gonna segue that to talking about how the USSR was so fucking dumb they couldn't boil water without almost ending the world.
Yeah.
Well, not even dumb. It was KGB hiding the flaws with the plant. It was funny enough, some of the managers, because Soviet bureaucracy was complete crap, some of the managers wanted to rise the ranks, so they're pushing it to its limits. And they also used an inexperienced crew that was sleep deprived. It's like, yeah, no wonder it blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love the HBO show.
I remember hearing a quote that like someone went up to a 25-year-old and asked who the senior like manager there was, and he said, "I'm the senior manager."
Yeesh.
I guess because they were inexperienced and they were young. They weren't really, yeah.
Anyways,
are there DVDs for It Follows, 2014? I know it's an indie film.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen some. Yeah. Fear Street, Fargo, Excalibur, 1981. That's something. I mean, it's a classic. A table for us to sit on, and a hole above the table, and a castle above the hole. It's a very quotable movie.
I don't want to watch.
And of course, I still have fucking Evolution on here because I just never got around to getting it.
Weird. I thought you already got it. Weird.
Yeah, it's just whenever I go out, I don't like. My two main places I go to are like a thrift store in the area and Walmart, and neither of them have Evolution. And I just keep forgetting to get it when I go on an online shopping spree because. Like, my mind tells me that I already have it because I watched it so much as a kid. I feel bad for leaving it out. It's a gem. Like, I can still, like, vividly picture the scene in the shopping mall where the one guy goes up to a microphone and starts singing, "You are so beautiful to me."
Yeah.
And the guys start like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's such a wacky movie. I remember rewatching that for the first time in a long time and going, I've seen this when I was younger. Holy shit, I remember this movie. And I watched the whole thing and I'm like, wow.
Movie?
Evolution. We're talking about the same movie. And it's kind of funny. That is one big advertisement for a shampoo, but in a funny way.
Yeah. CGI doesn't really hold up the best, but it's still fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, it's very 2000s cheap ass CGI, like Idiocracy. It's one of those mid-budget movies that were very prevalent at that point in time because they didn't have to worry about box office that much because DVDs was basically their second box office, and then streaming came in, killed it. But that's mostly their damn fault, honestly, because they didn't account for it. But whatever, lying to bed wage, you made it. Fist North Star, fucking classic. Looking forward to the new anime coming out. If Sony shit doesn't fuck it up beforehand, fingers crossed
Last Bloody Valentine. That's a horror movie I really want to watch because I know they cut a lot of the old graphic stuff when it first came out, and I know the DVDs brought a lot of that back. So I would love to watch that one.
Oh yeah, that.
That's the one where it's the mining town in Canada.
Yeah. FMA, FMAB. Classic.
Wait, is there like a box set of like all the FMAB like seasons?
Yeah, there is like a Mega Blu-ray one that you can get if you know where to look. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of stuff on Amazon you can find. And there are a bunch of DVDs you can get for the original 03 series. I already owned pretty much everything, just not the entire manga series though, which is a shame. I got a few volumes, but I do not own the entire manga set. That's the one thing I need that can complete my collection. There's that.
Do you have? Oh yeah, you mentioned you have a Train to Busan, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Gen Kill, there's Game, Johnny Robo. Second
Is Twin Peaks any good?
Yeah, it's very good.
Alright.
I couldn't get into it. It is a very, very Pacific show you need to be in the mood for. It is not like X-Files or anything like that. It is a David
Lynch project.
It is a David Lynch project, and you can see it, man. I am not the biggest fan of his stuff. You fuck Ed. That's the stupidest thing you interpreted there. Hey, it's the weather, man.
Do you think there's like DVDs of the original Twilight Zone?
I think so. There should be. It's a classic show.
Yeah, I have one volume that has like some episodes from season 2 or whatever it is. Like, I have in it. I believe I have like the one where it's the guy on the plane.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. Like
is that William Shatner? Is that the one, William Shatner and the Gremlin? Yeah,
I think so.
There is something on the wing. There's something on the wing. Someone.
Do you wait? Does it also include the Obsolete Man?
I don't know the Twilight stories by name.
That's the one where it's basically an authoritarian government doesn't like basically what they consider to be useless jobs, and will terminate you if they see you as worthless.
No, I don't think so.
Man, you need to watch that one then. That's a good one.
Oh god, that show is so ahead of its time.
I really need to get like a fucking box set of the Twilight Zone because it's, black and white era, but still fucking good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like that Marine, that dude, because Ron Sterling was a Marine, that dude just, I don't know, he just, after the war, let's make this really good, just kind of, I guess, honestly, can you consider that to be like the earliest concept of like a creepypasta, kind of?
I wouldn't say that horror anthology.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That's more accurate to call it a horror anthology. The earliest horror anthology series, basically. That led to a lot more stuff. That's where we got, you can tell, Twilight Zone is where we got like Tales from the Crypt, Scary Stories Tell in the Dark, Goosebumps, and a bunch of stuff. That is pretty much the origin point, basically.
Do you think it's also like maybe, honestly, the way some of the stories are kind of done, do you think it's also maybe even early inspiration, at least in maybe an older concept of what the SCP stuff turned into, or is that a little different?
Different.
Yeah, they're different. SCP is a lot more Eldritch stuff. So maybe, I don't really think that really fits, to be honest. Honestly. Like, I guess you can say SCP has more in common with stuff like Lovecraft and all that other, like, very cosmic horror, like, writing, but implemented with, like, government overreach, basically. So if anything, I think, like, X-Files has more in common with SCP, if anything. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, that make a lot of sense.
Yeah, especially with all the standalone episodes, like a lot of it does kind of feel like SCP stuff. Some of it, at least, just not as cosmic, like not as massive as some of the more cosmic stuff.
Hey, Lone, I'm gonna have to use the restroom real quick. You can continue on with the list. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Damn it! All right. Getting mute. All right. Well, funny enough, I want to talk about Hoodwinked for a minute. I actually want to ask, like, Hoodwinked is on here. Really? I'm surprised Hoodwink 2 isn't on here either. But yeah. Itchy the Killer, that's on here. Korean Planet Incarnation. Incident Ghostland, Infernal Affair. Oh, that's a trilogy? I didn't know that. I thought it was just a one movie. Oh. Interstellar's on this list still? Damn, I thought I would have gotten it. In the Mouth of Madness, I'm totally shocked. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Is that a good one?
What?
Body Snatchers, is that a good one?
Which one? There's two of them.
Invasion. Oh, what's the good one?
Both of them are decent. The Donald Sutherland one is the one in 78, I think, if I'm mistaken. Let me see. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, also Invasion. Body Snatchers, Donald Sutherland. That's 1978. That's the one people quote the most, I think. So I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Body Snatchers. Yeah, 93 and 78. Yeah. Yeah, there's like two different. 78 is the better one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that's actually pretty decent. No, wait, there's like three different versions. There's like the old school black and white one, there's the 78 one, and there's the 90s one, I think. 78 one's the one I think people talk about the most. That one's actually pretty good. Arizona Information. I Saw the Devil, which is a classic. It Follows, that's on the list. Jacob's Ladder. That's a weird case. Because, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it was a dream this whole time type movie. Like, you know.
Oh, that crap.
But Jacob's Ladder does it well because it's basically him on his deathbed. Because he's in Vietnam. And he's just seeing all this stuff actually happening. So.
You're getting like flashbacks, kinda?
Is him. Okay, how's best to describe it? It's kind of like him experiencing all these like horrors and shit like that. He thinks he's stateside, like after the war, but in actuality, I'm spoiling massively, by the way. But in actuality, he's on his deathbed at Vietnam, basically. So yeah. We were just got done talking about Jacob's Ladder.
Oh yeah, that's a scary one.
Yeah. Kind of like I'm iffy on the ending. Yeah, he's in purgatory. Yeah. It's just the whole like, oh, it was a dream the whole time. Oh, he was dead the whole time. You know, I'm like, it depends on the movie, obviously. I know there's just that one Jake Gyllenhaal flick that I forgot that the name of it. What the hell is that movie called? Jake Gyllenhaal dream movie. Shit.
Donnie Darko?
Not Donnie Darko, there's another one. No, not Life.
Sequence in Jarhead?
No. Shit. Damn it. Jake Gyllenhaal. No. Ewan McGregor. God damn it, I hate it when this happens.
Oh, shoot. Oh, crap, dang it. There we go.
No, not fucking.
What the?
No, not
Sorry.
Fucking Roadhouse.
Let's see.
Why don't you just ask
Is this
Jake
kind of funny?
Gyllenhaal?
Oh shit. Car accident movie. That's not it. Dude, I'm not gonna look at this shit all fucking. That's not it. That's not it.
Night.
Stay With Me. That's the movie called.
Oh, hi.
Fuck it, I don't remember. I don't know. That's not Only God Forgives. I'm sorry, guys, but just know a Jake Gyllenhaal movie with Ian McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi is in this movie, and he's basically in a dream. It's kind of similar to Jacob's Ladder, but like in the end, he's actually like dying because he just got out of a car accident. Basically, that's what happened. Okay, Jaws is on here.
I have seen Jaws. I've seen like 3 of the movies because I would watch them all the time as a kid, but I don't have the disc.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I really loved Jaws 3 because there was some like really bad special effects in that movie.
Yeah, that movie's crap.
Oh, wasn't that 3D? An attempt at 3D?
That's just Jaws 3D, yeah.
Yeah, and one scene always sticks out in my mind is a part where a shark rams into a glass window in like an underground sanctuary, like an underwater sanctuary, and it like it's so obviously composited in, and when it hits the window, it just stops immediately, and the window is like a fucking Adobe After Effects break apart thing.
Yeah, it is terrible.
Yeah.
Jojo, keep your hands up. Who was thinking? So fun. Keep your hands off. Like, that was a fun show. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You know what we talked about. Claws is really good. K-On! Is a classic. Konosuba is awesome. Pow! Enter the Fist. Yeah, Tao's video is pretty good on it. Kozuka is pretty good. Lesnar Lamar. Alex Scramble. Megazone Memories. Oh yeah, Metropolis. Physical discs are rare, but you can. It's easy to pirate the damn thing though. Because I'm pretty damn certain it was on Tubi not that long ago. If it's still on there. Oh, Miami Vice is on there. That's pretty good. I know the first 2 seasons is one where Michael Mann's actually attached to it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Men in Black, the animated show. I forgot that was a thing.
I have not seen it. I only really ever knew the Men in Black movies.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were actually based on a real event where sometimes men in black suits will visit people who have seen weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The series looks interesting.
Yeah. Misery, that's the Stephen King one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The acting from the lady is so good. I forget her name and I feel really bad for it.
Me too. Fuck. She's so good. She's such a sweetheart too. Misery.
He pulls off such a convincing psychopath.
Yeah. Kathy Bates. There we go. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, she's so good. She was so good in Fried Green Tomatoes. Oh my god, she's so good at playing a sweetheart in so much stuff and like that and Titanic. Seeing her in Misery and seeing her do it so fucking well, holy shit! She's so unsettling in that.
The scene where the writer guy wakes up and he's like tied down with his feet spread apart, and she's like explaining stuff like, yeah, all of my glass penguins face due south, but one of them was facing due north. It's like, it's so fucking... Oh, that was such a chill off the spine.
Yeah, like, the director did a stand-up job of, like, I know what happens in the book, I've not read it, but I know what happens. She cuts his leg off, like one of his legs straight off with an axe. But he managed to do a fantastic job of, like, keeping up with it, albeit not as graphic though, because it is brutal when she breaks both his feet, like with it, like fuck.
Wait, what movie?
Misery.
Oh, the hobbling scene. Yeah, that was fucked. And another thing that was that kind of just like knocks the wind out of your sails is when the sheriff, who was like slowly uncovering everything, shows up and is immediately shot.
Yeah, that was woof. Yeah. Moonfall? Really?
Yes, it is awful.
Like,
and that is why I want it.
Oh my god, the trailers for it looked parody material. The moon is coming! I'm like, are you freaking really Roland Emmerich? This is what you're doing? Like,
wait, is that one film with Leo DiCaprio?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Roland Emmerich could not afford Leonardo DiCaprio in his modern state.
No, big time, no. Like, Jesus Christ.
To be fair, what has Leo even done recently? Besides, like, what is it, that one Hollywood film?
I don't know. What has Leo done? Like, you want to talk recently? Oh, shit. Did not mean for that.
Yeah, recently. Because all I know is he's done Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that's it.
I honestly have no idea. Oh, well, Killers of the Flower Moon, and that's about it. Honestly, I don't know what else he's in. If I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Watch the Adam Sandler space movie. No. No, Pine.
Wait,
I will not.
Which one is that?
I don't know.
It's the one where Adam Sandler is like friends with a talking spider. I don't know if it's good, but I don't really have any drive to get it.
Alright. I'm going to head out, sorry.
Damn it. Alright, that's fine. We might cut off in a minute. I'm going to see if I can try to get to page 13 at least.
Alright. See ya.
Alright, see ya.
I'm gonna speed run my movie list.
Ninja Warriors. Night of the Court, Night of Priest, Nights of Living Dead, 3D, the reanimation. What? Wait, 12?
Yeah, it's yeah, there was this time when I was like 15 where I was just watching every zombie movie I could on Netflix, and that one stood out to me a lot because of some really shit scenes in it, and I want to get it for my collection.
Huh. Ninja Sen 2009. Yeah, I know someone who used to watch that a lot. Oh my goddess, that's a classic. Falco No Video, Outlaw Star, that's a good one. Parasite, so good. Pet Shop of Horrors, Peace Save My Earth. Prince of Egypt. Oh wait, 1998. Oh wait, yeah. That's so good. That's beautiful. Yeah. Rabid Rampage 2000. The fucking fuck. What's that German director's name? Fuck.
Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll. Yeah, it's all bullshit. Like, really, Rampage? Why is this on here?
I remember watching it, and like as I mentioned earlier, in that like span when I was 15 and watching every zombie movie I could. For some reason, Netflix lumped that in with zombie movies, despite it having nothing to do with zombie movies. And I remember really liking it because it was very different.
It's such edgelord crap, though.
Yeah.
It's like it's about a guy going on a fucking mass shooting spree. It's basically what it is. Reanimator 1985. That is the one with the head, right? Yeah, there's not two different ones. It's just the one, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm thinking of Reanimator. For some split reason I confused it with what was that movie? Brain Dead, something like that. Shit, with Peter Jackson. That one zombie movie. The lawnmower scene.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene. That was a lot of fake blood.
I kick ass in the name of the Lord. That movie's so bad shit. Riding Bean, where's that? Ringu. My brother has the OG. Did not expect him to have that though, which is weird. Samurai 2, Samurai 3, Sandcastle. Yeah, you actually added that on there. Seen Slay, Scarecrow, Screamer, Scouts Guys, Zombie. Oh, shit. You got that one. It's on the list. I haven't heard anything good about that. Scouts Guys, City Zombie Apocalypse. I haven't heard anything good about that movie, to be honest, when it first came out.
The stuff I've seen, it's basically like another character's perspective in the Zombieland universe, even though it's not connected to Zombieland. Uh, I really like the scene where the zombie sings with the one guy because the guy saw that he was wearing a Britney Spears shirt.
Okay. All right. Sharknado 2013-2018. It progressively got worse and somehow better at the same time.
It only got worse. I remember I watched like the first 3, and as like a fucking 15, 16-year-old with like a high bullshit tolerance, I was like, this is getting to be too much.
Shit, damn. Oh god, that fucking franchise is so stupid.
The third movie is so goddamn long.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hurricane, Polymorph, Siege of the Dead, Small Soldiers, Snake Son of... I've had it with these motherfucking snakes. That's like the OG. So, ridiculous it's good movie. It's one of those.
Yeah.
People quote it all the time.
I wonder if anyone still remembers the scene where the guy is in the bathroom and he gets bit on the dick by a snake and just dies.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. I don't know if it actually plays out like this, but I remember explicitly like when he, slams his back on the stall door as he's trying to get the snake off of his dick, and he slides down. There's blood for some reason just on his back.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, give me 1 minute here. 1 minute. Let me just start. There we go. And back to. There we go. All right. Soul Eater. That's cool to see that on there. I have not read through the rest of the manga because I know the last arc is anime only. I'm well aware of that. I really like the show either way though. It's definitely one of those classic like series. Early aughts, 2000s classic.
I remember a friend of mine really liking it.
Yeah, Split's on there. Split's pretty good. Stargate, 1994, the original movie, is really fun. If anything, I see it as like one of the best pilots for one of the coolest sci-fi series out there that not many, unless you're like a super big sci-fi nerd, will really know about. Because there's like five or six different shows. Like SG-1 is awesome. The universe is pretty cool, albeit it was short-lived because it lasted like 1 or 2 seasons, then it was canceled because no one watched it. Atlantis was pretty fun. It's actually kind of funny seeing Jason Momoa in an Atlantis show retroactively. It was like, wait, that's Jason Momoa.
Until like last year, I didn't know that there was a Stargate show of any kind.
Shit.
I only knew the Stargate movie, and I fucking loved it growing up. Oh man, I had like I grew up in like my early years in West Virginia, and we were fucking poor, so we didn't like have a lot of stuff. A lot of the things that I watched growing up was either like non-cable TV shit like Cubo, if you know what that is, and old VHSs that my family just happened to have. And Stargate was one of them, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I really remember the scene where they walk into the Stargate, and it's like water, and it was so weird, and I loved it. I didn't understand a lot of the shit going on because I was like fucking 4, and I didn't have consciousness yet. But like the scenes where the one guy is hanging out with the princess, I was like, she is so pretty. I think I'm starting to like girls now. It was great.
Watch the other shows, albeit they're played by different actors. The hell, notification.
I also heard that the tone is different.
It is. It's a lot more goofy and zany to an extent, but it's still really fun. It expands on the lore and on the world that you know, and it is really fun. SG1, obviously, where you start, you get Christopher Judge. That's basically like one of his bigger roles. If you don't know who that's the new Kratos actor. That's like one of his bigger roles, though. I didn't really mind all the characters being played by different actors, because that's always the case with shows like these. It happens all the time.
Yeah. You remember that 2012 movie, right?
Stargate. Shit, that was straight to
Yeah. Like 2012, the disaster movie by Roland Emmerich, where like fucking California falls into the sea and shit.
Right. Yeah.
That was supposed to be the entry movie to like a series, kind of like what Stargate was for Stargate SG-1, whatever, but intentional. And it was supposed to be like the remnants of humanity colonizing Africa and starting like a new civilization. But it was canceled because the idea of like a bunch of white characters colonizing Africa was decided at the last second to be a bit politically incorrect.
They could have just moved it to any other. They should have moved it to any other country. That would have been fine. Make it Australia.
But the ending of the movie 2012 is like Africa is the only untouched continent for some reason.
You can retcon it. Like, come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't have changed it for being politically correct. I would have changed it because that sounds like just a fucking dog shit idea for a show. Yeah. A thing with Stargate, the movie, is that apparently like the actor who played the Pharaoh, that was like his only role in Hollywood, and he left afterwards because he felt like the suits were being very inappropriate to him. And with recent revelations with Hollywood culture, cough cough Epstein, yeah, that's a bit concerning. And I hope he wasn't hurt in any way.
I think that probably came from The Crying Game. I don't know if you're aware of this other movie. He is also in this other movie, The Crying Game, where he basically plays as a trans character. I wouldn't be shocked if that's the reason why he may have been harassed to an extent. They probably would have fetishized him to an extent. I wouldn't be shocked if something like that actually happened to him, maybe. So it's a good thing he got out when he did, honestly. Jesus Christ. Fucking Hollywood's an evil place.
Evil people.
Yeah, Steins Gate movie and Steins Gate Zero. Yeah, I remember the OG show, and I remember watching a little bit of Zero too. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
One of my IRL friends absolutely fucking loves Steins Gate.
Yeah. Soon
and of course, right above it we have Steel, which I added just before.
God damn it!
Sending this listing.
God damn it! Of course you.
And then someday I'm gonna like fucking weasel my way into Hollywood, and I'm gonna go up to Shaq with a copy of Steel 1997 and ask him to sign it in front of like a shit ton of people.
Something tells me something tells me he would sign up with a big smile on his face. He seems like the type of person that would be happy that someone would have something so obscure from his acting days. I wouldn't be shocked if he had more signs of copies of Kazam, because I know that's like a classic for some people. A lot of kids grew up liking that movie, even though it's complete crap.
Is that the movie where he's a genie
in a boombox? Yep.
Oh man, I also have to add that to my list.
Tales from the Crypt
There will
twice.
be as many shit movies on my list as there is actual works of art.
Tales from the Crypt, 1972. Is there meant to be? There's a Tales from the Crypt like right below it. I think you missed out the year by accident. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna have to put a year there. I'll look up it. Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
Fuck. 1989. There we go.
American World Police is such a classic. That movie's so fucking awesome.
I remember seeing something today. Apparently, like Matt Stone and Trey Parker were they got a mean letter from Matt Damon because his character was portrayed as being a bit retarded.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Yeah.
And they tried to explain to him that the doll just ended up coming out of the oven weird, and they just rolled with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Fifth Man Army, 8-9, The Bay, The Battery, So You to Go to Black. Most of these movies I don't know or care about. The Borderlands? No, wait, that's something else.
Yeah, it is something else. I'm not putting that fucking new movie on my shelf.
The Bounty. Breakfast Club. That's a classic. That's one of John Hughes's great films. Even though I think like that was one of my favorites of his. I think as I've gotten older, I really like Ferris Bueller's Day Off a lot more. I think that's probably like possibly his best film.
Honestly. I need to rewatch that because I remember really liking it, and there being like a very emotional scene in it.
Yeah.
Involving a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the dude, like his father having a hold on him the entire time, and even though you don't see him, his presence is throughout the film, and it's a really, really good scene. And watching it back, you realize the movie isn't about Ferris Bueller at all. It's about him. It's about him. It's about his day off. Like Ferris is like, dude, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you because you need this. You need this day. You need this push. And that is a great scene.
It's a classic movie for a reason. Something that I can't really fault it for, but that kind of gets on my nerves is when a lot of movies will like end and just throw in a reference to Ferris Bueller by having the bathrobe scene at the end. It's like you're not fucking clever just by ripping off Ferris Bueller.
Oh, we shitting on Deadpool now?
Yeah, maybe.
Condit Mousy
I like the Deadpool movies, but thank you.
The Exorcist, 1973. That's a classic. Oh, The Exorcist 2 isn't on here. That's not a complete collection. That you need to get the whole thing.
Fuck you.
That movie's so fucking out of like nowhere. It's sad, honestly. Like Exorcist 2, like the dude didn't even care for the first one, didn't care for the book, didn't give a shit. And then you just get to Exorcist 3, which is like super fucking good. So it's like yeah. Oh, Fifth Element's a fucking classic. Like I recently watched the temporary like Fathom event re-release like 2 months ago, a month ago, I think that was November, and it was actually kind of awesome. It was kind of awesome to actually watch the movie. And it's sad to see how Bruce Willis has been going, like that dementia's been really affecting him. And it's kind of sad watching his older stuff now.
Yeah, it's a bitch. Dementia is like for a while I had one of my grandmas and one of my grandpas were staying at our house because both of them had dementia and couldn't look after themselves. And like grandpa would just stay in the chair all day, just sort of waiting to die. And grandma she'd get pretty fucking violent because she was generally a violent person.
Mm-hmm.
And dementia also has a tendency to make people violent. Yeah, it's awful.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah.
Shit. Finest Hours. Oh yeah, that. I think that was on my list for a long time, and I kind of forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, a lot of these movies are stuff that, like, It's 13 pages long, so I can't really remember a lot of the details about a lot of these movies. But yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah. These fine size. That's the one. Yeah, that's the frozen ship one. Yeah. The Fly. The Fly. Yeah, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. That is such a sad movie to watch.
Yeah, the special effects are amazing.
Yeah, like that's body horror done correctly, because it's not just body horror for sake of body horror. It actually does service the story. It has a point, and you're just seeing this man deteriorate right in front of you, and his girlfriend's just reacting how you honestly would, just seeing that, and especially at the very end where he comes out and he's just an absolute mess of like human and fly parts, and he just holds the shotgun up to his head, and it's like, just put me out of my misery.
The part where his jaw gets ripped off is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in a film.
Yeah,
it's like, it is up there with that one kill from Saw where the guy gets all of his limbs twisted.
Yeah. That's a 9-day difference right there. I'm not crapping on Saw, but I'm like, well, I am. But like, it's just, you go from Fly, which has the gore's the point, where Saw is just the gore's the spectacle. You know? Yeah. French Connection. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I like Saw. It is not as intelligent as it thinks it is. It is a soap opera with gore. And I feel like a lot of people miss that part. Like, if you were to watch the original 7 movies back to back, it is peak soap opera. Like, little details and people's dramas getting in the way of shit, and like needless complexity. I love it.
Yeah, French Connection. Yeah, that is a really good movie. I love that movie to death. Gene Hackman's a really good actor. Fuck that ending. I'm sorry. That is 70s nihilism right there. That is 70s nihilism. Just right there. It's like, oh, the task force was disbanded. Everyone got out. All their efforts were for nothing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me after all that? Like, I love that movie to death. The chase scene is one of the best chase scenes ever filmed. Oh my god, that ending. Yeah. The cop and the devil, the girl with all the gifts. Oh shit, that's on. Wow, that's that one semi-zombie movie, right? With the little girl.
Yeah.
Green Inferno.
I remember like. I think there was like some fake drama around it where some people were supposedly upset with it, and then like a bunch of film review YouTubers would be like, "This movie is great." And I'm like, I mean, looks okay. I think I'll get it.
Damn, I completely forgot. What was the drama with all that?
Yeah,
I don't remember. Like you kind of unlocked a memory with that, bringing that up. I completely forgot.
I don't know if it was like some sort of culture war stuff, or if people just thought the premise was boring or whatever. But I remember there being some sort of fucking drama about it. Yeah, just nowadays you look at The Girl with All the Gifts and I'm like, oh, hey, it's a zombie movie.
Yeah. This is why this shit is so stupid. Like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm actually trying to look back. I don't remember what was going on. Was it something with the author?
Yeah, the drama was like completely memory hold. Like, I can't even really remember what they were fighting over. And I assume that's a good thing, so that the movie can just stand on its own merits now.
Oh wait, it's because it's a black thing. It's because, okay, I'm trying to go through articles and shit. It's like, okay, a little black girl's trying to destroy everything to get away. Okay, it is most definitely a fucking. This was 2016. This was definitely like an SJW type fake outrage shit. That's all this was. Yeah, you see how stupid this shit is sometimes? We don't even remember why people were mad about this. I had to look this up. these years old articles. It's almost 2025. It's almost like 9 years ago. I'm like, what the hell? I might watch that though. I might watch that. Green Inferno.
I saw.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember seeing a scene from the movie where a lady, like a zombie, grabs her through a window and like bites her arm or something, and she starts turning. And I'm like, this looks pretty fucking good.
Green Inferno. Yeah, that's not a good movie. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I like the director's stuff. I liked Cabin Fever. It's schlocky, and I like schlock.
I'm sorry. Eli Roth is not a good director. I'm so sorry. The only movie he was good in was Inglourious Bastards. That's the only good movie he's in. I'm sorry, he doesn't have a good movie. His directography is dog shit. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's schlock, and I like it.
It's dog shit. Like Knock Knock was such shit. Green Inferno such shit. Thanksgiving is like okay. It should have just been fucking a Grindhouse. It should have been a Grindhouse movie. At least it would have been funny. At least it would have been funny. Wait a minute. Is that 2006? No, that's something else. Okay. The Killer, The Invisible Man, 1933. Oh wow, that classic's on here. The Last Duel? Really? You want to watch that? You want to put that on here? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a historical movie.
I know.
About a real duel that took place.
I know.
You know, all that stuff. And I've heard it's good.
It's a little too long. It would have been benefit if it was cut down. The one helmet, the half face helmet, is really stupid, but other than that, it's pretty decent. It's one of Ridley Scott's better ones, to be honest.
Fun fact: the guy who won the duel, in real life, like 10 years later, he died in the Crusades.
Oh yeah, that did happen, huh?
Yeah.
I'll just see. The Magician, that's the one with Edward Norton, right?
The Magician is it's the movie that was the like prototype or whatever to Mr. In Between.
Oh, that one, yeah. I'm thinking of The Illusionist. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm confusing that with The Illusion. Yeah. The Magician is Mr. In Between, yeah. Tal talked about that in his video. Yeah. The Master. Oh shit, yeah, that's my middle brother's favorite movie, I think. Like, he's watched that movie so many times. That's actually that's a really shit, god damn. Hey, The Master is a really good movie, Belch.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Master's a really good.
I've been drinking a lot of fucking tea.
Shit. The Master's a really good movie, though. That's a really good movie. Show my money. Some of the answers, big fuck.
I was looking for a bunch of movies about cults because I find them very interesting. I should probably start getting into documentaries because real life cults are also just very fascinating. There's of course the big ones like Heaven's Gate and Jonestown, but there's also like smaller ones like Far Cry 5, as you know. I love it. One of the main inspirations was, of course, the very famous what's their names?
Branch Davidians?
What are their names?
Branch Davidians? Was it the Branch Davidians or was it somebody else? Yeah, it was the Branch Davidians.
Yeah,
so.
It's based off of the Branch Davidians and an obscure Montana cult that was known for militarizing and using bunkers because they believed the world was going to end in nuclear fire. Those two were very big inspirations for the cult in that game, along with like the Manson family, and of course just like general evangelicals.
Damn it. We should be fine. We should be.
All right.
Hopefully, yeah. I might have to check on a few things, but I might end it soon. Yeah, you might want to restart. Like, what did you say about, like, you started to lose me, like, around, what was it, like, not to go on a tangent or something like that? I don't know what you said.
Yeah, not to go on a tangent, but cults are interesting.
Right.
And then I dropped it so that we could continue on with the list.
Okay, let me see here. The Raid 2, Nice Guys, that's a good movie. Protector, the Prowler, The Sadness, which is weird. It's like renamed to like The Happiness. It's weird. This must be a translation. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm check. Oh wait, that's something else. Never mind. Happiness is something else. Okay. I was confused there. I thought it was like a rebrand. Weird. But yeah. Sadness is the crossed, but it's good.
Yeah. It's the crossed, but the author actually gives a shit.
That's just Garth Ennis going, oh, you're not gonna stop me from writing this? Okay. Alright.
I like the concept of the crossed. I tried to get into like several of the storylines, but they're always just so fucking awful.
Yeah.
Because they never try to actually make a decent story from what I have read. Like the closest you get is the very first one.
Yeah.
Like for example, there's one where it takes place in England, and one of the characters is supposedly Prince Harry, but he's been disfigured by the cross, and he's like covered in bandages and stuff. And like there's big dilemmas between him and the main protagonist, because Prince Harry is still trying to be a moral person while the protagonist is trying to be a pragmatist, and it's supposed to be like this battle between the two of like what will lead our group to survival. And it ends in like the fucking second issue because the cross came across the camp and sawed Prince Harry in half. And it just, oh, it's so fucking infuriating. You had such a good premise.
Yeah.
And you wasted it.
Yeah, that's one of those when Garth just doesn't give a shit. Which sucks because he's a really good writer. When he cares. Talking to Logan. Terminalists, yeah, we talked about this last time. Terror, I think we talked about. Infamy. 13th Floor, Devoid. The Vivitch. It's so lowercase, not first case. Warrior.
You still up to try and make it to page 13? We were on 12.
Yeah, give me 1 minute here. Piece of shit. Let me just look at. I have no idea why. Okay, now it's popping up. Are we actually back up? I think we should be. That's the second time that's fucking happened, and I might have to. I don't know if I should switch providers or something like that. We're gonna try to speed run the you know what, the list a bit. We're already at the last like page or so, basically.
Yeah.
God damn it, that's the stat. I don't know if it was a timing or something. Now, first time my sister came over, so I thought it was something she did, but like that wasn't the case because everything else was still connected. So I have no idea if it's definitely my computer or the router itself. Now my phone has had connectivity issues before, so from the looks of things, we should be fine. Yeah, it's reconnected from the looks of things. Give me 1 minute here.
Yeah.
No idea.
Internet service providers fucking suck at their job.
Yeah, they do.
Spectrum holds a stranglehold in my area.
Jesus. They could take one good fucking guess what I'm using.
Spectrum.
Yeah, I might. I don't know if I should switch, especially since my thing's gonna go up in a year or so. It already went up like twice, or like, well, once already. Like you get like, oh, you got this special package, and
they know you can't switch to anyone else, so they don't have any reason to really try.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff over in my area, but I don't know how bad it is for you. All right, now. Yeah, Warriors.
It gets even worse when you live near. It gets even worse when you live in a tourist area, because every season every summer the internet becomes worse because there's 200,000 new people in the area using it. Yeah. Anyways, you still want to go on with the list?
Yeah, I'll do Warriors. Talk about Warriors. I mean to get the book. I've heard the book is a lot darker, which is obvious since the book in the 70s.
Yeah. I thought the street gangs were very comical and just how, not really accurate to real street gangs they are. Like, I understand the 70s were a different time than today, but even then, I highly doubt that they were as distinct as they are in the movie.
Yeah. All right, let me just. Okay. Wait Until Dark. What's Moe's a classic. Welcome to the NHK. I need to read a manga. I've heard good things about that one. I need to read the manga. I've read a bit of the anime. Kind of shocked that that's one of those where I haven't watched. Witch Hunter Robin. Oh boy, come on, Euro Camp. Seal Dark 30. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we talked about that one. When we talked about that one? We're kind of at the end. Is there anything you want to talk about? Regards to your list, like something we glanced over, you kind of wanted to mention.
Well, since your internet might cut out at any time, I don't want to really waste your time.
Damn.
But there's a funny story up in the B category. Black Christmas. This movie has been fucking evading me. I keep seeing it at like yard sales and re-released at thrift stores and stuff. But every time I go to get it, it has like the disc is scuffed or like it doesn't read. It's like the movie doesn't want me to own it. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyways, I think that should be it for the list.
All right. Yeah, like there's like 3 or 4 different versions of it though. There's like the original. I know one of them had like a sequel. And then one of the reboots had a sequel. The newer one is just classic, like typical Hollywood bullshit, modern day Hollywood bullshit. So it's just sad to watch. It's not that great, that one. The first original was actually pretty decent, I would say, in terms of Christmas slashers. But yeah, yeah, I guess might end there. I guess from looks of things, yeah. Hopefully, I'll see if I can try to sort out next time. Hopefully, that doesn't happen next time. If it does, I might either switch providers or try to figure out something, see if there's something wrong. Because if I was hoping the last time was the one and only time that happened. If it happened twice per stream, then there's definitely something going wrong here. So now yesterday there was a report I got that there was an outage, so that might be it, but it could just be Spectrum being shit, despite the fact that I'm paying basically one of the more expensive like versions, like the best version, like 600 MP or whatever the fuck it's called. So I don't know. I'll have to look into that, but yeah, I might just end it right there.
Yeah. The secret to good internet is to make their company employees disappear.